team. I mean, Toronto's going to be so amped up because they've lost 3 times to the Bruins, even though there's only 5 guys on the team the last time they lost to the Bruins in the playoffs. And the Bruins have beaten them in 7 games each of those last 3 series. So it's been nip and tuck. You remember the unbelievable come-from-behind victory that they had here at the TD Garden. It's just, I think from Toronto's standpoint, they finally got past the first round last year. And they're thinking that, okay, we get past that first round, we're going to be even better this year. Still remains to be seen. They've really overhauled their team in terms of guys that they've brought in. They had something in mind when they came into the season, right? We want to get tougher. We want to get grittier, right? You had Bertuzzi, you had Domi, you had McCabe, you had Edmondson on the back end, you had Reeves. Yeah, so they had something in mind with what's missing to complement our top players. They feel that they have the formula this year. Still remains to be seen. And it's up to the Bruins to be able to play their game, be patient, and do the little things, the details that are going to help you win a series.
The energy and the emotion is intensified in the playoffs. And Charlie Coyle said the Bruins have to govern that.
I think the teams that are able to control their emotions the best usually give themselves a great chance to win. You can't really ride the wave of emotions and getting too high and getting too low. It's never as good or as bad as it seems. You know, whether the team scores, you score, whether you lose, whether you win. You know, you're never as good as you are and as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are, right? So staying even keel. No matter what happens, it's not going to be a perfect journey or whatever you want to call it. There's going to be some highs, some lows, some in-betweens. But if you can just kind of stay even keel and control your emotion and where you're at, you give yourself a better chance.
It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not going to be perfect. It's game to game. It's shift to shift. There's a game of mistakes. It's a game of momentum. Toronto's going to have their momentum swings. The Bruins are going to have their momentum swings. How long do they last? And how quickly can you get out of it? I mean, I think that's a big part of it. Making sure that you minimize how much Toronto has the puck and is forcing you back on your heels. And it's no secret. The Bruins want to put them back on their heels and play with the puck down below the tops of the circles. Getting your D involved is going to be good. But how do you have success against Toronto? You make them defend. They don't want to defend. Those top guys don't want to defend. I don't care how much they talk about Austin Matthews being a 200-foot player. Prove it. He does not want to defend. He wants to go the other way. Now, I don't blame him. He scored 69 goals this year, right? So, can he play that complete game? That's something that's going to be challenged here today. And then the matchups. I'm really curious to see how Coyle matches up against a guy like Matthews or Zacha matches up against a guy like Tavares, with the Bruins having the last change. You can talk about the D pairs if we want, but how do the forward lines match up against the top 4 lines for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and specifically the top 2 lines?
The area between the dots and in front of the net is prized real estate for Patrick Maroon.
When you go into a 7-game series, it's who does it the longest and who's willing to do it the longest and in a long period of time, right? I know as simple as it is, just pulling guys up when they're on the forecheck, getting on the forecheck, limiting them, holding on the pucks down low, wearing them out down low, trying not to force a play when you need to. Because at the end of the day, when you go through a long period of series and you get pucks in and you go to work, and it gets exhausting, I'm assuming, for all those Ds. So they're a good forechecking team, so we got to find ways to limit their time and space.
When Patty Maroon talks, you should listen. He's won 3 Stanley Cups. He's been there. He's done that. He's a physical guy who likes to play down below the dots in the offensive zone. He's a big man. They've got a lot of speed around him in Beecher and in Boquist, if that's the line that stays together. And just because they're starting the game doesn't mean anything, but, they've kind of insulated him that way. So you get in on the forecheck, allow him to do his work down low, and then go to work down in that area. But when he talks about things that you need to do, things that are key in order to win a series, everybody should listen, because, that's one of the reasons he was brought on board. There's a couple guys who have won cups in that locker room, but he's won 3, and he's done it with a couple different teams. So, I would listen to him if he's talking in that room.
If you're wondering, Jeremy Swayman was the first out of the tunnel. Here's what's brewing. Introducing Sparked Energy by Dunkin'. Available in 2 delicious flavors, Berry Burst and Peach Sunshine. Drop by or order on the Dunkin' app today. Fruit flavored, contains 0% fruit juice, caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Participation may vary, limited time offer. Later on the Dunkin' Bruins pregame show, we'll take a look around the NHL where the Hurricanes and the Islanders got the Stanley Cup playoffs underway.
In this slot, Carolina with an attempt out in front. The shot is deflected to score! Evgeny Kuznetsov wings it out front, and he's got Carolina off to the hot start.
We'll hear from head coach Jim Montgomery.
Last year, expectations unfortunately paralyzed us a little bit with the way we played. And this year, I feel like our players are really comfortable, and we're really comfortable as a staff with how we need to play and play fast in all three zones.
And up next, we'll take a closer look at the Leafs.
Stamp comes out to Reeves in front, scores! Ryan Reeves accentuates secondary scoring.
That's coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
How powerful is Cox Internet? Powerful enough to let your band members in Vegas, Phoenix, and Rhode Island jam like you're all in the same garage. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Download speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial connection. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply.
Now you can save on Cox Internet by adding Cox Mobile, so you can do everything you want, everywhere you want. Stream the big game with fiber-powered speeds at home, or capture it courtside on your phone with unbeatable 5G reliability on the go, so you can do more without spending more. Learn how at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we're changing the way homeowners think about roofing, siding, and window projects. It doesn't have to be stressful or take weeks of your time. Our process is efficient and stress-free every step of the way. It starts with a free consultation where we discover the best options for your home and budget together. We want to talk with you, not at you, and most of all, we want to listen. At Marshall, we know every roofing, siding, and window project is unique, so we work hard to never lose sight of your vision. It's your project, your terms. Why settle for less?
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Like most of us, Keith Urban also has a bucket list. You may be surprised to learn what is and is not on his. Text Keith to 45911 to read and learn more about the central theme of Keith's bucket list. Get a link to the story sent right to your phone when you text Keith to 45911. Go inside country music at BackstageCountry.com.
Swimsuit? Check. Sunscreen? Check. Phone charger? Check. Don't forget to pack the 5-Hour Energy. It fits great in a pocket or carry-on, and the alert feeling will help you arrive ready for anything. Now get 20% off when you use code 5HETRAVEL at 5hourenergy.com. Expires April 30th. One-time use only. Not valid with other discounts. Remember, visit 5hourenergy.com and use code 5HETRAVEL to save 20%.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Even though it was probably the score Matthews' big goal, but they have battled back to make the game look a little closer than it actually was.
Tavares' 29th goal of the season. Matthews is off the ice. He'll finish with 69 goals to win the Rocket Richard Trophy for the second time. Don't check that, the third time. But he will not get goal number 70. And a drop pass in front of the net. Holmberg couldn't finish, and there is the horn to end the season.
Welcome back to the Dunkin' Bruins pregame show. Sheldon Keefe has some high-end forwards, and lately he's kept Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner apart.
He's does a lot of things for us. You know, he's a guy that is very versatile, helps us in lots of different ways, gets us an additional right-handed shot as well. So it's good to see him, progressing towards a return here.
Yeah, look, they're top-end talent up front. We just heard about Austin Matthews. Wasn't from a lack of trying, by the way, in their last game of the season. I think he had 12 shots on goal, so but was kept off the scoreboard in terms of goals. So obviously got to keep an eye on him. It looks like William Nylander will not play here today. So how much does that change things? Well, he's a good hockey player. There's no doubting that. So, it's one less guy you have to worry about, but you still have to worry about other people. I mean, if you look at who scored the game-winning goal today for the Carolina Hurricanes, Mason, fourth liner. So, it's not just, it's guys step up in the playoffs that maybe you don't expect to step up in the playoffs. It happens with every team. You hope it does, especially with the Bruins. But guys that you just don't expect a whole lot from all of a sudden come out of nowhere. And that's what makes some of these longer runs so magical, right? You don't expect it from this guy or that guy, and all of a sudden they're on the board and they've got 1-1, or they're making a big play and they're making a big block, or whatever the case might be. So, just because Nylander's not in, we say, oh, we can take a breath. No. You've got to be aware of everybody out there. And there's certain guys you probably have to be more aware of than others. There's no question about that. And that's Matthews, and that's Marner. And Bertuzzi's a playoff performer. We saw that last year. And, despite the Bruins' loss, how good he was in a Bruins uniform. I expect Domi, who was good in last year's playoffs as well, not for Toronto, but in Dallas, I believe, right? He's really good for Dallas. Those guys are kind of made for the playoffs. And those guys, I expect the best players to be good, but I expect those types of players to make a big impact here for Toronto.
Morgan Rielly was a part of the Leafs' playoff losses in 2018 and 2019 to the Bruins. And that's where he wants to leave it.
I think, at this point, you try not to think about it. It's a new year. This is a new series. It's a new team. So you prepare the best you can. You get ready to go and you go out and play. You don't spend too much time worrying about the past or what's happened in years before.
I think Morgan Rielly's a really good player on that back end, but I think that there's a big drop off. These guys are going to play hard. McCabe's going to play hard. Edmondson's going to play hard on that backside. They pick up Lyubushkin. You got Benoit. I mean, there's guys back there that will play hard, but they can be had. And team defense, and that includes the three forwards that are on the ice with those defensemen, that's where you have to attack. You've got a guy in Samsonov that's in the net here today. It looks like he's going to start. You question some of the things around him, right? He had to go down to Toronto to quote unquote work on his game. I think that they gave him an ultimatum that you got to work a little harder here, kid. If you want to be part of this, you got to work a little bit harder. We need you to be way better than you are. We need you to be more committed than you are. And that's something that he's had some really good games since being back. He's also faltered since being back late in the season. Does that have any bearing when the puck drops today? I don't know. But that's a guy that the Bruins can try to get to.
John Tavares thinks the Leafs are a grittier group than years past.
Something we wanted to continue to grow and make part of our game. It's necessary to be extremely competitive in this league and certainly in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So I think we certainly have those elements all throughout our lineup and through each guy.
Tavares has a ton of experience, and he knows, right? I mean, he's the captain. I don't foresee him being in Toronto, especially at the number that he's at, very much longer. But he's a guy that can do some of the little things that help you win hockey games. And when you look at Toronto's top guys, I don't know if he's forgotten. I don't think that's the word, but he's not usually mentioned sometimes in some of the top players that they have up front. But he's a guy that knows how to get the job done. I a lot of respect for what he's done in his career between the Islanders and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I do think when I look at this series, Judd, I don't know how you look at it, but I don't want to beat a dead horse, but the top guys are going to do their thing. It's everybody else and what they do and what the Bruins can do against them, I think, that decides the series.
Time for the Catcheslaw Health Report. Derek Forward played last night in Providence on a conditioning loan. He is still on LTIR. There's no timetable for return. Justin Brazeau is still listed as week-to-week with an upper body injury. He skated on his own before practice. Matt Patra is also on long-term injured reserve. Catcheslaw, the official law firm of the Boston Bruins, has won over $2 billion for its clients. When you're injured and can't work, turn to Catcheslaw. There's no fee unless you win. Go to Catcheslaw.com to schedule your free consultation today. Kevin Majori has your Sports Hub headlines next On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Chocolate and pretzel? Pretzel and chocolate! Sweet, salty, crunchy flips. This flips everything.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we're changing the way homeowners think about roofing, siding, and window projects. It doesn't have to be stressful or take weeks of your time. Our process is efficient and stress-free every step of the way. It starts with a free consultation where we discover the best options for your home and budget together. We want to talk with you, not at you, and most of all, we want to listen. At Marshall, we know every roofing, siding, and window project is unique, so we work hard to never lose sight of your vision. It's your project, your terms. Why settle for less?
Does your money work hard for you? Earn more with an e-checking account from Westerly Community Credit Union. Get a crazy high interest rate, plus there's no monthly fee, no minimum balances, and you get up to $20 each month in free ATMs. Visit us online at westerlyccu.com/e-checking or visit one of our branches to open an account today.
Now you can save on Cox Internet by adding Cox Mobile, so you can do everything you want, everywhere you want. Stream the big game with fiber-powered speeds at home, or capture it courtside on your phone with unbeatable 5G reliability on the go, so you can do more without spending more. Learn how at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
Elger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
The Celtics finally have a first-round opponent, and it is the Miami Heat after they took down the Chicago Bulls 112-91 last night to claim the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Game 1 of Celtics Heat is tomorrow afternoon at the TD Garden, 1 o'clock tip-off. Sean Grande and Cedric Maxwell have the call. The Red Sox took down the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-2 today. They'll go for the sweep of the Pirates tomorrow in Pittsburgh. However, more injury trouble for the Sox as Tristan Casas left the game early with an apparent rib injury. And the New England Revolution take on the Toronto FC tonight in Toronto. Kickoff in that one is at 7:30. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and Natick. I'm Kevin Majori. Judd and Bob take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealer.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Like most fans of country music, we're excited to learn that Luke Combs was back in the studio working on his next album. We've come up with our list of iconic Luke Combs music videos. Yes, Lovin' On You made the cut. Text Luke to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Luke to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
It was an epic block party. Until the speakers blew. Luckily, my new Nissan Sentra was just up the street. With its Bose audio system, I was able to get the party going again. And turn it all the way up.
Drive the Nissan Sentra. Now, get a low $229 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Sentra. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Sentra S front-wheel drive. $25.99 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 4/30/24.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Earlier today in the Stanley Cup playoffs, as Bears United take a look around the National Hockey League, The Hurricanes took Game 1 against the Islanders.
Now Shea. He'll play Drury. Maybe settled down, looking for a deflection up front. Let's go! Stefan Nason with the net front, bangs it home, and Carolina goes up 2-1.
Yeah, that would be the game winner early in the third period for Nason. In that game, Kuznetsov, who led the playoffs in scoring when Washington won the Stanley Cup.
Evgeny Kuznetsov.
He had a goal and an assist today, including the opening goal with Anders Lee sitting in the penalty box on the power play. So goal and a helper for him. Carolina takes the 1-0 lead over the New York Islanders. Islanders did have 35 shots on goal today, but Freddie Anderson strong in the net.
Tomorrow, Game 1 between the Lightning and the Panthers. Sam Reinhart said the Panthers have a big job ahead.
I think over the last couple of years, they're kind of the benchmark of success, right? So they're a team you want to beat to. You don't want to be there ourselves. So this is going to be a great test for us. So we're really excited about the challenge.
I mean, Tampa and Florida, that's going to be a great series, I think. They both, Tampa has the high-end talent. Florida's got some of the depth and some of that toughness and grit. I heard Sergachev is skating full for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Ooh, that's big. He's a good defenseman for them who's been out for a while here with a couple of broken legs. So I think this series is shaping up to be a good one there down in Florida.
Caps and Rangers will get it started tomorrow. Peter Laviolette's team, the number 1 seed in the playoffs.
I think we just got to try and play our game. It is about them and what they do. I think it's important that we have that information, but we've also had success this year by establishing our game and the way we want to play it.
Look, the Capitals are game. They're huge underdogs against the Rangers, but they're game. They've proven it all year long. I mean, look at their goal differential. When they lose big. When they win, it's usually by a goal. They don't score a ton. Lindgren's been really good for them, Charlie Lindgren in net. But it's a whole different animal, right? You got to face the Rangers night after night after night, and that's going to be a tall task for the Washington Capitals. I don't know of many people, aside from people in Washington, that are picking the Capitals to have an opportunity here to upset the Rangers. This is heavily favored in the Rangers.
In the West, the Avs and the Jets will get underway tomorrow. Rick Bowness said the Jets understand the challenge that they have.
We have nothing but respect for them and their elite players, and they're a great hockey club over there, and they won the Stanley Cup a couple years ago. So we know what we're up against. But the other thing for me is not to give them too much respect. Let's go out there and play our game and stay aggressive and stay with our pressure game and not wait for things to happen.
Last up tomorrow, it'll be the Predators in Vancouver to meet the Canucks. In a moment, we'll have Bearsy's conversation with the head coach, Jim Montgomery. That's coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Now you can save on Cox Internet by adding Cox Mobile, so you can do everything you want, everywhere you want. Stream the big game with fiber-powered speeds at home, or capture it courtside on your phone with unbeatable 5G reliability on the go, so you can do more without spending more. Learn how at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Tip the entry to Smart. No look, bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They're Brogdon across half court. And fans headed for the exits. Tatum, pull up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? He still got 29 in the Tatum to the right. Pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated. Right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline. Turns. Fades.
Oh!
Got it!
This is the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we're changing the way homeowners think about roofing, siding, and window projects. It doesn't have to be stressful or take weeks of your time. Our process is efficient and stress-free every step of the way. It starts with a free consultation where we discover the best options for your home and budget together. We want to talk with you, not at you, and most of all, we want to listen. At Marshall, we know every roofing, siding, and window project is unique, so we work hard to never lose sight of your vision. It's your project, your terms. Why settle for less?
So, you've got an idea for a business, the store of your dreams. There's just one thing to figure out: everything. That's why Shopify's all-in-one commerce platform makes it easy to sell online, in person, and everywhere else. Sell on social media, source products with an app to get that first sale feeling. It's the only solution that gives you everything you need to sell everywhere you want. So when you're ready to bring your idea to life, power it up with Shopify.
Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/listen.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Bob standing by with the coach, but first, let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Rams, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station.
Welcome back to the Bruins pregame show. We're here with head coach Jim Montgomery as we get prepped for Game 1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Monty, you've had a few days now to get ready for the playoffs. Just take me through the focus. Take me through, the last couple of days, what you focused on, what you looked at, more your team, more Toronto, or balance of both.
Yeah, well, I think first day we focused on defensive game plan. What we're going to do in every zone to try and mitigate their strengths. And then the second day was an offensive game plan of how we want to play with the puck from our end all the way right down to their net. And then, today is special teams and special situations like face-offs and set breakouts and stuff so that our players, they have all the information and they can just go tonight.
And where do you sense that your team is kind of from a mental standpoint? I mean, last year was so different. I hate comparing it, but last year was so different. This year, where are they mentally coming into this?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is I don't sense nerves this year. I sense excitement to go play. Last year, expectations. I always compare it to a great movie. Someone tells you, got to go see this movie. It's the best it's the best comedy I've ever seen. And you go in and you have these high expectations, you never laugh because you expect it to be really good. Only great movies actually do that to you with the expectations. And I thought last year expectations, unfortunately, paralyzed us a little bit with the way we played. And this year, I feel we have an extra day to get ready. I know we have the extra day to get ready, and I feel like our players are really comfortable, and we're really comfortable as a staff with how we need to play and play fast in all three.
When you look at the playoffs, just in general, with players or teams, I mean, you've been part of so many of big games, how do you ask more of them? Do you ask them to do their job and just do their job, or do you get out of your comfort zone and be a little bit better?
Well, we ask for more urgency and more physicality because it's a compounding effect during the course of a series that you want to wear people down. So you can't pass up checks like you can in the regular season. And they have the same rest as us. We're going to have plenty of rest. We play every second day. We're not going to be practicing every day because we're going to demand physicality and urgency. That's where the difference is. Everything else, the execution that we want to have and how we're going to play, staying in the moment, believing in our process, that's the things that allow us just to focus on the moment. But we are demanding more physicality and much more urgency.
If we break it down by zone, defensively against Toronto, I mean, obviously getting the puck out of the zone and moving up the ice is important, but where are they dangerous and where do you have – they're going to get their chances, right? They got that many good players, but how do you kind of limit those chances defensively?
Well, defensively, you got to make sure you're really good below the tops in your own end because that's where their forwards, and especially Matthews and Tavares and Marner and Nylander, they get chances and they create chances in there, and they only need a half a second. So we want to protect that area first and foremost. We don't want to give them odd man rushes because they have the skill to kill you. So that starts in the offensive end. And then the third thing is making sure that we are making their defensemen handle pucks by playing in behind. It's a 200-foot game, and that's where we can feel that we can be heavy and hard.
The least talked about area sometimes is a neutral zone. Where do you see kind of the key there and how you have to be effective?
Both teams are good in the neutral zone, offensively and defensively. For us, it's about playing north with the puck, and defensively, it's about holding the red line and bodying speed at the red line so that they can't get in on a forecheck or they can't get odd man rushes.
So the last one for you, offensively, it's no secret that Toronto has struggled a little bit defensively, and you can try to get to them in that area. What's key for you in the offensive end?
Well, for us, it's going to be able to possess the puck and make them defend for lengths of time. That's more important than how many shots we're getting.
Monty, good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
That's Jim Montgomery. Game 1 coming up. Toronto and Boston.
This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito. Shot. No!
PM Neely. Wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. Charlie McAvoy, an overtime winner.
The Bruins are brought to you by Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Apex Entertainment Center, VA New England. Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. New Hampshire Liquor and Wine Outlet. Live Nation. Nissan. Avidia Bank. Massachusetts Health Connector. Peerless Boilers. Coors Banquet. And by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand and a save, Thomas.
Jeremy Swayman celebrates his first NHL shutout.
And by Catches Law, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Town Fair Tire, Removal Pro, Prince Edward Island, your New England Ford dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, UMass Lowell, Timberline Construction, Service Credit Union, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score of a penalty shot for Raymond Gordon.
Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
The Boston Bruins are headed to the Stanley Cup Final for the third time this decade.
Now, here's Judd Surratt and Bob Beers.
The building is ready here for Game 1. Bruins and Leafs will meet again, and we're going to get our first look at some of the matchups here right off the hop.
Yeah, in fact, when you look at the starting lineups, they've got Carlo and Lindholm actually starting. We'll see if that stays together. I think everything's game, right, in terms of Jim Montgomery and what he likes to do with his lineup. He talked about it last year. He said, people criticize him. He said, but I tinker with my lineup all year long, and I'm going to stick with that. So, depending on how the game is going, we'll see a little bit of that. There's so much time in between games, Judd. There's every other here for a couple games, and then there's 2 days. And then there's later in the series, there's another 2 days between games. I mean, it's all out all the time. You're going to see the top guys play a lot of minutes, I think, for both teams throughout this series, and it starts here today. Very general terms, it's no secret. Make the Leafs defend, make them come 200 feet, and don't feed them. Don't give them those odd man rushes. Don't give them those opportunities on the power play. Make them work for every opportunity they get.
We'll get Game 1 started when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Chocolate and pretzel? Pretzel and chocolate! Sweet, salty, crunchy flips. This flips everything.
Before Shopify, were you wondering, where are my sales at? Now you're selling with Shopify, the global commerce platform supercharging your selling. You have no problem selling online, in person, on social media, and beyond. Gary, easy on the cha-ching.
Oh, sorry, but my Shopify sales are through the roof.
Start selling with Shopify today and discover how millions of businesses around the world use Shopify to ignite their selling. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/listen. Shopify.com/listen.
When it comes to your home, we know there are plenty of reasons to protect what's inside. Your family, your photographs, your peace of mind after a long day. At Marshall, we know that protection starts on the outside. We specialize in roofing, siding, and window installations, so we can be sure these critical pieces work well together for long-lasting beauty. Plus, with our easy payment options, investing in your home is more affordable than you may think. So when it comes to your home, protect what's inside with Marshall, your local roofing, siding, and window people.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger. Learn more at tigerbalm.com.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Zip the entry to Smart. No look, bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They're Brogdon across half court. And fans headed for the exits. Tatum, pull up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? They still got 29 in the race. Tatum to the right. Pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated. Right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline, turns, fades, got it!
This is the home of the Celtics, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Todd Angeli with the national anthems as we get set for the opening face-off here in Game 1 between the Leafs and the Bruins. We'll look at our starting lineups tonight. In goal for Toronto's Ilya Samsonov. On defense, Joel Edmondson and Timothy Liljegren. Up front, Tyler Bertuzzi, Austin Matthews, Max Domi. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman gets a starting goal. Hampus Lindholm, Brandon Carlo, your defenseman. And up front, the line of Brad Marchand, Jake DeBrusk, and they're centered by Charlie Coyle. Starting lineup is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only with DraftKings Sportsbook with code SportsHub. The crown is yours.
The first 5 minutes are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Now during Truck Month, get a great deal on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 47 years straight. Bruins working left to right here in this opening stanza. We're in the black home Centennial jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in Centennial gold. The Leafs in their road whites, blue numbers, and blue letters. Off the draw. In fact, they haven't even dropped the puck. Domi slashing away with Brad Marchand, and the referee comes over to warn Domi.
Well, I'm sure they're warning both of them, but mostly Domi. Domi gave a pretty good whack there. Look, we expect this. That Domi and Bertuzzi were added for a reason. And
Leafs win the faceoff. We're underway here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The puck lobbed to the left of Swayman. Carlo back to get it. Took a hit from Bertuzzi, his former teammate. And DeBrusk looking to exit the puck. Cannot get it out cleanly. Along the near side, Bertuzzi has it chipped away by Carlo. And the Bruins feed it up right wing and back into the Leafs end. But we've got an icing call here, and the faceoff will come down to our left.
Yeah, that's one of the little things, right? You keep an eye on it. Unforced icings, right? You get teams, they give you an advantage. You have a chance to make a play, make the right play. I mean, icings at times in games are not a bad play, but the unforced ones, you've been out there for a bit, you miss a pass or you take a lazy route, and all of a sudden you give the Toronto Maple Leafs the advantage in that situation.
Leafs
it goes
win the
for both
draw.
teams.
Here's Marner along the near side. Threw it toward the front of the net. Swayman a pad save. The Bruins pump it up the left side and back into the Leaf zone. And Jim Montgomery makes his first change. Here's Lyubushkin. He'll wind his way out to the neutral zone. Angles right. Fed it in. Grzelcyk dug it out. Left it along the far wall. Sent into the slot. It's drilled out in front by Nyes. And Swayman a chest save.
Well, that's a good opportunity for Nyes on the spin around.
Bruins having a problem exiting the puck as the puck is spun over to the near side of the Bruins end. And then Pastrnak got hit hard by Nyes. Bruins get it out to center ice. Here's Heinen out of the line. High slot. McAvoy drops. Pastrnak shoots just wide.
Great back check by Nyes that time, getting a piece of Pasternak's stick just as he's ready to shoot.
Now Holmberg over the line far side. Hits the brakes of the hash marks. Sent it up top. Along the near wall, Benoit drilled it to the near circle. Up top it comes. It's rifled high and wide by the Leafs. Back of the net. Now Holmberg to the right circle. Backing it off. It's sent out in front. Swayman a good stop and a rebound opportunity by Robertson. And the Bruins clear.
Wow. Great saves there made by, especially one save on the rebound chance made by Swayman. But McAvoy just laid out Järnkrok on a play earlier that shift.
Järnkrok just back into the lineup after having a hand injury. We played about 2 minutes. We're scoreless, Bruins and Leafs. Along the near side, Benoit fires it. It wobbles to the left of Swayman. No icing here. Dug out by Lindholm.
Now it's Lindholm and Peak out there, so you've seen some different combinations early.
Here's Boquist. Tries to get around Liljegren. He'll drill it in front of his bench. Out at center ice is Reeves. Avoids the hit from Beecher. Chipped in by Dewar. He was picked up at the trade deadline from Minnesota. Bruins paddle it up the right side. Pat Maroon fed it ahead. 2-on-1. Boquist to the line, right side into the right circle. Centers fired. They score! Johnny Beecher in his playoff debut gets the series started. 1-0 Bruins.
Yeah, so a pinch here by Toronto, and the Bruins are going to make them pay. You get Toronto trying to be a little bit aggressive in the offensive zone, trying to pinch down the wall. You had two guys go at Pat Maroon on the half wall. Maroon makes the play, gets it out of the zone. Boquist picks it up in full flight, coming down the right wing side. You got one defenseman back, and it's going to be Liljegren's the only guy back. He slides to try to get to this puck, but Boquist makes a nice saucer pass. Boquist a left shot coming down the right side. Little sauce pass over the stick of Liljegren to the left, and Johnny Beecher just called back up. First playoff goal for him as he one-times it. He's a left shot on the left side, but he's able to take the shot all in one motion.
Beersey, I have to get a second look, but he might have fired that puck while it was on edge. I think the Leafs may have gotten a piece of it coming across.
Well, Samsonov definitely got a piece of it, but it got through him.
Along the near side, Bertuzzi touches the puck after the Leafs were signaled for being offside. So the faceoff will come out to center ice. 17-13 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins.
Toronto starts with a couple good chances, and you got to look at Swayman and the saves that he made. He made one on a turnaround shot from the slot, then the point shot and a rebound chance right in front, point blank. And he was able to make that save on Robertson with the right pad, and that allows the Bruins to get going the other way. So we talked about the Carolina game. Who had the game-winning goal? Fourth liner for Carolina. Who gets the first goal for the Bruins?
Johnny Beecher. Bruins guide the puck to the right corner in the Leafs end. No icing here. Benoit rushes behind his net. It's drilled up the far side out to center ice. Lindholm chipped it ahead. The Bruins have it. 3-on-2. They come across. Coyle to the right circle. He'll pull up. Right point. Turns and looks. Shoots. Blocked. McCabe got a piece of that. He goes shoulder to shoulder with Coyle. And Bertuzzi will flutter it out to center ice. Knocked down by Marchand. Only Cam Neely has more playoff goals than the Bruins captain. Both teams starting to change. Edmondson far circle in the Leaf zone. He'd missed some time late in the season due to injury. Back in the lineup. Out at center ice, the Leafs turn it over. Here's Pastrnak. He'll flip it high to the far corner. Chasing is Zacha. Paddle to the far side. And Marner gets a little help from Tavares. And the puck is exited. Sent into the far corner. Edmondson digging away back of the net. The defenseman. Bruins guided up the near side. Pastrnak will dish a backhand out to center ice. Liljegren got a piece of it.
Almost had another 2-on-1. I mean, if they're going to be that aggressive on the pinches, you chip it by that defenseman. I don't know if I'm trusting some of those forwards to be back in right position.
Bruins have only one shot in the game, and they lead 1-0.
Yeah, Pastrnak had a good opportunity earlier, and it was a great back check by Nyes that affected it, but been some good chances for the Leafs.
Labushkin's rim around, held in by the Bruins. Somebody's lost a stick. Along the near side, Peak making his playoff debut, sent it to the near post, and an awkward stop by Samsonov, who covers up, and Frederick gets locked up right of the net. Trent
Frederick's a guy that bears watching, Judd. He's somebody that you would think is built for the playoffs. He's yet to get a point in the playoffs. I think he's learned. I think he's gotten better and better. But now, okay, time for it. Points are great, but just to be effective in how he plays against this Leafs team.
Don Sweeney, the general manager, was asked about Trent Frederick before the playoffs, and he said when we talked with Trent, we talked to him about playing with pace and emotion, and then the rest of his game follows.
That goal scored by Beecher, fourth line against fourth line. And that was Edmondson who pinched. You had Edmondson and Reeves trying to throw a hit on Pat Maroon, and it leads to the 2-on-1.
15:37 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins. Off the draw, scrum for the puck. Boquist trying to hack at it. That point, by the way, for Jesper Boquist, his first ever in the Stanley Cup playoffs. He had only 6 previous games of experience with the Devils.
Him and Beecher both, right?
Yes. Along the near side, held in by Beecher. And then Boquist couldn't trap it with his skate. McCabe steers it to the far side of the red line. The Bruins will hack it to the far circle in the Leaf zone. Maroon chasing after it, back of the net. Far corner, it's McCabe. Turns, sent it to the far circle. Kampf had a problem, turned it over. The Bruins dish it into the slot, and it's scooped up by Dury. Just got it out to center ice. And the Bruins control center circle. Shattenkirk a dish over the line. Coyle took a hit along the near side from Benoit. And then we'll guide it back into the neutral zone.
Benoit's one of those bigger defensemen that Toronto has tried to incorporate into their lineup. He plays a physical brand of hockey.
We're going to have a penalty here on Benoit after he took down Coyle along the near side. The first power play of the series goes to the Bruins.
We'll see how these revamped power plays look for the Bruins here. Watched them this morning. We've watched them the last couple of games. They've split Pastrnak and Marchand up in those situations. First time in a long time they've done that. First time since I can remember they've done that.
Faceoff will be in the far circle in the Leafs end.
Shattenkirk manning the point. Maroon in front. Heinen, Zacha, Pastrnak. We talked about it this morning, Judd. I don't think they have a first power play unit. I think they're two kind of equal units, and we'll see how this pans out. This unit scored the other day.
Zacha had that goal. He'll lean in. He's looking for his first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal. Bruins win the faceoff. High slot Heinen shoots just wide. Rebound. Snagged by Pastrnak. Up top Shattenkirk to Pastrnak. Almost lost the puck. Now fires, and Samsonov to save with Maroon screening out in front.
Yeah, McCabe's going to be the guy. He's on the right side, at least he was that time, trying to deny Pastrnak the puck, at least deny the one-timer. And if Pasternak's going to get that one-timer to get down and block it and prevent it from getting there. That time Pastrnak stopped it, took the wrist shot towards the net with Maroon in front. And that was after the Bruins got a chance off the face-off win.
Bruins win the draw. They lead 1-0, just over 14 minutes left in the first. Fired out in front by Shattenkirk. That got blocked.
He was looking for a tip from Zacha. He got it, but it hit a skate.
Leafs tap it over to the near side, and they'll drill it all the way down. Swayman slows it. Minute and a half remaining on the Benoit penalty. Here's Pastrnak behind his nets. Right wing feed out at center ice. Shattenkirk returns it to the late coming Pastrnak. Center circle Zacha. Directs it over the line. It's poked deep. Riley goes to chase. Back of the net. He rims it. This just gets by Heinen and out. During the regular season, the Bruins 14th in the power play. The Leafs penalty kill 23rd.
A few new faces on the ice here for the Bruins. They're going to make wholesale changes as soon as Shattenkirk gets off.
Here's Coyle. He'll wheel ahead to DeBrusk. Over the line to Marchand. Dips around to check. Got a little help.
He got tripped up.
We play on. Geekie rims it far side. It's drilled by Yarncroke back into the Bruins zone. 13:20 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins. 40 seconds left in the power play. McAvoy leaves it for Coyle. Center circle. Over the line right side to Geekie. Geekie near side at the hash mark. Sent it up top. McAvoy across. Marchand up top. His shot blocked. Near circle recovered by Geekie. Right point. Takes a look to the middle. Now right circle. Marchand into the slot. Fired. Simpson off the save. Or did it glance off the post?
I think Coyle hit the post. Glove side. Great puck movement by the Bruins that time. Through the seam to Marchand on the right side and then back into the middle there for Coyle. And I think he ripped it right off the post.
7 seconds left in the power play. Here's Lindholm coming ahead. Out at center ice. The Bruins deflected into the right corner. Benoit's out of the box. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. 12:34 left here in the first. Here's Kampf up right wing. Feeds to the middle and Riley wanders his way over the line. The Bruins trying to hack it up the near wall and out. Cannot. Lindholm brace for the contact far corner. It's Domi. Settles the puck. Up top, Liljegren. His shot blocked out in front. Carlo gets inside position on Bertuzzi, and the Bruins will exit. Here's Beecher, feeds Carlo, right point, brings it, and a blocker save made by Samsonov.
That was a rolling puck. Those can be tricky for goaltenders sometimes.
Leafs rim it around over to the near side. And now they give it away. Back of the net, Pastrnak almost got a free puck. And it's banked up right wing out to center ice. Bertuzzi over the red line, chipped it in. The Bruins cut it off. And counter the other way. Pastrnak over the line right side. Dips around to check. And then lost the puck. Marner shoveled it back of his net. Last year in the playoffs, Mitch Marner led the team in scoring with 14 points. Puck drilled in, deflected by Nyes. And Swayman will take his time and opt to cover it. The Bruins will not be allowed to change. 11:28 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins.
Not allowed to change. No commercial timeout. Boy, that shot by Coyle, he ripped it right off the post. It was under the glove. That close to being 2-0 on the power play. DeBrusk helping out in front of the net, but great puck movement. That's what I liked about it, though. Through the seam into the right wing side, and Marchand doesn't dust it off. He doesn't think about it. It's right to Coyle in the low slot.
He saw near circle of Bruins end. Tavares will take it against Zacha. Zaka's kicked out of there. Advantage Leafs. Who's going to step in and take the draw? Now Zacha moves back in. Tavares wins the draw, but Marchand jumps through. The Bruins still can't get it out. Near side, Tavares shoots, and he airmails this one over the glass. 11:22 left here in the first. Bruins 1, Leafs nothing here in game 1. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
Chocolate and pretzel? Pretzel and chocolate! Mmm. Sweet, salty, crunchy flips. This flips everything.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Cybersecurity is no longer a nice-to-have. In today's environment of heightened cyber attacks, protection is critical for organizations of all sizes. CrowdStrike protects everyone from small businesses to large enterprises, including over half the Fortune 500. Our winning platform is validated, tested, and certified. When it comes to cybersecurity, why choose anyone but the leader? CrowdStrike. We stop breaches. Learn more at crowdstrike.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Now during Truck Month, get a great deal on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 47 years straight. Johnny Beecher opening the scoring for the Bruins here in Game 1. In his playoff debut, Jesper Boquist, Patrick Maroon with the assists. And for Maroon, his first point as a Bruin in his first home game as a Bruin. He only played 2 games at the tail end of the regular season. Both came on the road.
Yeah, did not play in that last game against the Ottawa Senators. Because it was back-to-back. I think, just coming back from that injury. And probably a smart move. I think he was on board with it. And now we'll see what he can do here in the playoffs. He's already been effective in the first period.
Here's Bertuzzi. He'll lob it in. Glove down by Lindholm. Matthews ripped it into the slot. Carlo crashes to the end boards.
Had his stick lifted.
Near corner, it's Domi into the slot. Matthews fanned on his shot, and the Bruins break the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. DeBrusk flipped it into the far corner. Going to chase is Marchand, and Edmondson will backhand it up the boards and out to center ice. The Bruins have it. The Leafs making some changes on the fly. Bruins doing the same. McAvoy in front of his net. He'll wheel ahead. Head up, feeds to the left side, Grizzly. Returns now, Geekie, right circle. Sent it out in front, and Frederick couldn't get a stick on it. The Leafs unable to get the puck out. Lauko chipped it to the far hash. Geekie trying to pry it free from Lyubushkin. And then Frederick knocked Lyubushkin off balance. Far hash, the Bruins win that one-on-one battle, but the puck is shoveled out to center ice. Grizzly feeds to the middle. Rotated down low by Lauko. The Bruins going to chase. Lyubushkin near corner. Took a shoulder from Lauko. Having a problem. Gave it away. Frederick along the near side. Frederick near hash. One-handed. Squeezes the puck to Geekie. Riley back of his net. Lauko has it. Far corner. This is what the Bruins want to do. Back of the net. Lauko chipped it to the far side.
Yeah, he had Lindholm in front of the net that time.
Holmberg goes down along the far side with Lindholm in the corner. And now the Bruins with a steal. Here's Beecher, high slot to the right circle. Turns, his team changing. Pass it up top, Maroon, shoots, blocked. And now Robertson couldn't get the puck out. Beecher, he'll rim it back of the net, over to the near side. Maroon finished his check hard on Riley in the right corner. And then Holmberg will drive it in, and the Bruins will scoop it up back of their net. Flip to the far corner, Boquist. Couldn't get much on an exit pass, and the Bruins recover, get it out to center ice. 9:08 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins. Grizzly stick handles back in his zone and up the right side of Pasternak.
Grizzly and McAvoy the last couple of shifts, so already the little bit of mind games going on because they didn't skate together in practice.
Near side in the Leafs end, wedged free by Tavares. Nyes, he went for the check and not the puck.
Now it's Lindholm and McAvoy on the ice together, so it's all seeing a lot of different combinations.
Marner got out of the way of a Danton Heinen check. The puck golfed to the far corner of the Bruins end. McAvoy's on it, drills it up the far side. Heinen.
Nowhere for him to go that time. He's under pressure right away.
Right point. The Leafs lose it under full control. That was Dewar, and the Bruins guided up left wing softly back into the Leafs end. Dewar takes a little pop in the back of the head as the Bruins were changing. 8:19 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins. Puck sent into the Bruins zone. Camp had it, lost it. The Bruins slide it out to center ice. Maroon absolutely tattooed Liljegren right onto the Bruins bench.
Got a couple of big hits here in this first period over the last couple of shifts and had a helper on the only goal.
Far side at center ice, brought in by Matthews. Into the slot, it's fired just wide on the shot by Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves is going to want to insert himself into this game now after the couple hits by Maroon.
Along the near wall, DeBrusk trying to pry it free. Back of the net, Bertuzzi reaching for it. Back of the net, here's Matthews with a wraparound, and Swayman the stop as Pete gets in Matthews' face right in the slot. 7:39 left here in the first. Bruins 1, Leafs nothing. And we'll take a timeout on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Scott for Scott's here. You ever want to grow new grass faster? Kind of like when you press the 2x playback button on your podcast so you can speed through episodes. Except at Scott's Turf Builder Rapid Grass, you're speeding your way from a thin and damaged lawn to a thicker, stronger one in just weeks. Bit too fast, maybe slow it down, okay. Let's just go back to normal speed.
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Rapid Grass today. It grows grass 2 times faster than seed alone when applied at the new lawn rate, subject to proper care.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
When it comes to your home, we know there are plenty of reasons to protect what's inside. Your family, your photographs, your peace of mind after a long day. At Marshall, we know that protection starts on the outside. We specialize in roofing, siding, and window installations, so we can be sure these critical pieces work well together for long-lasting beauty. Plus, with our easy payment options, investing in your home is more affordable than you may think. So when it comes to your home, protect what's inside with Marshall, your local roofing, siding, and window people.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Face off in the far circle, the Bruins end. Shots are 6-4 Leafs, but the scoreboard 1-0 Bruins here in game one.
Yeah, I think, Judd, the Bruins got to the game the last few shifts in terms of forecheck and controlling the puck at the offensive end. They've been physical, winning battles. Maroon had a good hit in the offensive end on Morgan Riley. They didn't really get much to the net, but there were some tense moments for the Leafs back in their own zone.
Bruins win the draw. Here's Coyle up the right side.
I like that. A little reverse through the middle there for Coyle after winning the faceoff. And now you go back with Carlo and Lindholm. So just kind of keep an eye on that as the game progresses and see what they look like.
Leafs chip the puck over to the near side. Bertuzzi plays it in the near corner of his own zone. Benoit rimmed it around. This won't get out. Far point now. Lindholm left circle. Shoots. Samsonov the save with Marchand right out in front. 7:11 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins.
Yeah, Lindholm had a lot of time there to get that shot away. Bertuzzi and Marchand, and a little tug with the stick by Bertuzzi as they're skating off the ice. They were best friends last year at this time, so that's out the window.
As Brad Marchand said last year at the trade deadline, and it wasn't just Tyler Bertuzzi they had picked up. They picked up Garnet Hathaway and Dmitry Orlov. He said, everybody I hate is on my team.
Well, and now Maroon's gone full circle. So
here's Pasternak, far corner. Bodied against the wall by Liljegren. Far corner, the Bruins working it away down low. It squirts to Zacha. He had his stick lifted by Tavares. Jammed up the far side. The Leafs can't exit the zone. And now they'll just flip it out to center ice. Cut off at the blue line, but they're going to say that Heinen could not keep it in on the blue line, and the Bruins will have to retreat into the neutral zone. It's pounded off the glass and over it. We've got to stop.
Advanced Bruins Hockey is presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions.
Face off at the near dot just beyond the Bruins line. Frederick, Geekie, and Lauko will come out. Geekie's going to lean in and take the face-off against Holmberg. And again, a lot of pushing and shoving. They're going to reset the draw. Off the face-off, it's Riley. He'll pump it rink wide. It's drilled in by Lyubushkin. Rimmed around to the near side. The Bruins trying to brush it out. Riley played it to the near hash. Peak jammed it against the wall. He's making his Stanley Cup playoff debut. Held in by Riley. Ripped it over to the far side. Lauko sees the traffic coming. Hits Geekie up left wing. He had Riley back just in case. And here's Holmberg. He'll rim it around to the near side. Riley up left wing. A headman pass Lyubushkin to Robertson over the line. His brother Jason, an outstanding player in Dallas. Puck rimmed by Holmberg over to the far side. The Leafs making a change. This puck, because of the Bruins' effort by Frederick, will get out to center ice. Here's Shattenkirk over the line high slot. 1-on-2. Pulls up. Flings a backhand behind the net to the captain, Marchand. Crashes in to McCabe, and the puck to the Leafs. They'll drill it off a skate back into the Bruins zone. Icing on the blue and white.
Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. Sheehy is driven to deliver. Between the Pipes for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Ilya Samsonov, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
For Swayman, this is his 9th career playoff appearance, the first time he has started game one. Coyle in for the draw, right circle, the Leafs end. Coyle, who rang one off the post on the power play, gets himself set. He'll take it against Matthews. Bruins win it. Right circle now. McAvoy to the high slot, fires, and Samsonov just got a piece of that puck with a blocker, and off the surface it goes.
Tell you what, Judd, not so sure. I think this puck went right off the pipe and out. 2 pipes here for the Bruins in this first period. If Samsonov got a piece of it, it wasn't by much.
We'll take a look here in a moment. 5:33 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins over the Leafs in Game 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on the 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
When it comes to your home, we know there are plenty of reasons to protect what's inside. Your family, your photographs, your peace of mind after a long day. At Marshall, we know that protection starts on the outside. We specialize in roofing, siding, and window installations, so we can be sure these critical pieces work well together for long-lasting beauty. Plus, with our easy payment options, investing in your home is more affordable than you may think. So when it comes to your home, protect what's inside with Marshall, your local roofing, siding, and window people.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Jesper Boquist, Patrick Maroon with the assists on Johnny Beecher's series opening goal. That's our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Granite City Electric Supply, celebrating 100 years of service to electrical contractors in New England. Visit granitecityelectric.com to order. Face-off near circle in the Leafs end.
Yeah, Judd, never really did get a replay on that, but nevertheless, it was a great opportunity there for McAvoy after Coyle won the face-off clean.
Bertuzzi with a hit on Lindholm, who was in a vulnerable position. The Bruins slide the puck to the far corner in the Leafs end. Benoit crashes in with Marchand. Coyle prized it free, almost centered it out in front. Matthews had to come back and help out. Now high slot, it's Marchand. Shoots! Samsonov the save, takes it into the midsection and holds.
Lindholm got hit there, but he makes a good play defensively, but Bertuzzi trying to get it to him and take advantage there. Lindholm going back for that puck. Good opportunity for Marchand, holds up an extra second to get that shot away. A battle with Benoit to get this puck, and then Coyle wins the battle trying to center it. Matthews actually blocked it. There's your 200-foot game. Makes a good play defensively, but the Bruins keep it in and get the chance.
I haven't read as many articles as I should. Was anybody saying he should be nominated for the Selke?
That I have not heard.
Okay. Shattenkirk shoots, block, gets it back.
I'm not taking anything away from the guy. He scores 69 goals
and he had 51 at even strength. That's the most since 92-93.
A lot of credit. I'm just kind of making fun of some of the
Boquist
media.
Wedged it to the far corner.
Not directed at him, directed more at the media.
Well, there will be no lack of that during this series, as this puck is wired in from long range by Kempf, and Peak makes sure to try and get Dewar out of the way.
Snow shower. Dewar stopped right in front of Swayman and gave him a snow shower.
That was the line that was on the ice for the Leafs for the opening goal.
Easy to avoid. He's not avoiding it. I don't blame him, but Peak took exception, as he should.
Andrew Peak came on board from Columbus at the trade deadline. And after he was inserted into the lineup, never came out. And he mentioned, Beersy, in a conversation we had, that he feels like the system that the Bruins play actually can bring out a lot of the physical aspects of his game.
I mean, didn't know him very well. Columbus had been through a bit of a mess, putting it mildly. On and off the ice, really. I mean, unfortunately for them. And, you've had conversation with him about getting caught up in it a little bit. And this is just a new beginning for him. He's still very young. He's got another year on his contract. I think he can be a good 5-6 for you.
Leafs win the draw. Riley up top. We're going to have a penalty here. It's a high stick as Bertuzzi gets locked up out in front with 2 Bruins. The call was made by Gordie Dwyer. Your referees tonight, TJ Luxmore, Gordie Dwyer. And
Bertuzzi going to the box right now.
An offensive zone penalty.
How to make them pay.
And the Bruins going to the power play. The Bruins did not score on the first one, but certainly generated some looks, including a post by Charlie Coyle.
It's a high stick on Bertuzzi. He was trying to get to the net. The stick came up. Swayman gave him a little shot, and then he gave Lindholm a chop. This is all after the delayed penalty was called. Him and Carlo came to blows there, but it's the initial penalty or the original penalty for high sticking on Tyler Bertuzzi.
4:32 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins. Face off far circle. They tie up, kick to the end boards. Edmondson rims it around. It won't get out. Heinen keeps it in. Feeds far side. Pasternak shoots, blocked. And the rebound. Did it hit the protective netting? Apparently it did.
Well, that's McCabe. He's going out to try to block that shot. Then he came shoulder to Maroon.
So the faceoff will stay in zone.
Pasternak was pretty far out that time. He was almost next to the boards when he's taking that one-timer. But McCabe able to get the body on it. That's his job on this penalty kill.
1:51 left on the power play. Bruins win another draw. High slot Shattenkirk deals it to Pasternak. Top of the left wing circle. Looks. Almost released a pass. Held it. Fed it right of the net. The pass wasn't there. Heinen keeps it in. Across. Pasternak shoots wide. Rebound. Heinen.
That time it was Edmondson out on Pasternak on that side.
Now Marner wheels over the line. He'll wrist it in. Blocker down by Swayman. Marner along the near side. Had it stripped by Shattenkirk. The Bruins will head north. 1:22 left on the Bertuzzi penalty brought in by Zacha. Across now DeBrusk.
Yeah, bouncing puck on him.
Left point now Shattenkirk to DeBrusk at the far hash marks. Had a problem with it. The Bruins keep it in. Shattenkirk to DeBrusk. Across. Heinen fires. Samsonov the save. Gives a big rebound. Up top it comes. Shattenkirk walks the line. Takes a look. Far side Pasternak to Zacha. Fires off the crossbar. Shattenkirk fakes a shot. Right point now Heinen across. Pasternak shoots. Blocker to side by Samsonov. Far hash, it's Heinen. Puck recovery here for the Bruins. Up top, the pass just missed Shattenkirk. And the Bruins will start to change. Here's Shattenkirk. Wings it over the line looking for Marchand. Put it in his skates. And now the Leafs have it.
A full change anyhow. It's at least 2 pipes for the Bruins here in this period. That was a good setup. They're taking Pasternak away. Who's open? That's the bumper and the one-timer by Zacha.
20 seconds left in the power play. Geekie to Coyle. Bangs it off the inboards far side. Marchand had it hacked away and down it goes. Swayman cannot play the puck. It's in the left corner of the Bruins end. 8 seconds left on the Bertuzzi penalty. 2:37 left here in the first. 1-0 Bruins here in game 1. Geekie tried to chip it down the right wing boards. It's kicked back of that. Liljegren hopping around. The Bruins have it. Marchand tried to duck around to check near side, and the puck out to center ice. Matthews holds it. Gave it away. Here's Lindholm. Center circle. Flings a backhand in, and it's drilled back into the Bruins zone. This should be icing after Bertuzzi had hopped out of the box.
Good setup, right? I mean, Heinen had the initial chance right off the bat on that power play, but Shattenkirk down into the left wing circle for Pasternak. They're going to take him away, and the quick one-touch pass to Zacha, who pops out, and it goes right off the iron and out.
And if you ask guys on the Bruins who has the hardest shot on the team, Zacha.
Good release, good shot. Sometimes a little inaccurate, but...
Right circle, Carlo. Bottom of the circle, fires. Samsonov to save the rebound. The Bruins scrapping for it. Samsonov keeps it out of there. We got chaos in the blue paint. And finally the whistle blows. What a save by Samsonov to keep it 1-0 Bruins.
Carlo was allowed to walk right in. Toronto taking away other options, but it's Carlo who's wide open walking to the net. He tried to make a backdoor pass to Frederick. And Samsonov, I mean, almost by mistake, keeping this puck out. Just his position keeps this puck out of the net. He makes a good right pad save, and then the rebound chance by, is that Beecher?
It is.
Banging away, had his chance for the second of the game. I don't think Samsonov knew where the puck was after the initial opportunity by Frederick. He didn't. He's looking to his right. Beecher had a whack. Carlo had a whack. And that left pad keeps the puck out.
Is Beecher related to John Druce?
A little early for that, Judd. Had it gone in, I'd say maybe.
2:01 left here in the first.
A little early for that one.
John Druce years ago had a huge playoff for the Capitals out of nowhere along the near side.
They lost in 4 straight in the conference finals.
They did. Center circle Tavares. It was great while it lasted. Far corner Tavares took a shove from McAvoy, and the puck squirts up the far side. Here's Heinen. He'll skate it out to center ice. Pasternak lifts it into the far corner. 1:38 left here in the first. Bruins 1, Leafs nothing. John Beecher with the game's only goal. Puck rimmed around. Leafs again give away the puck. Back of the net, Coyle rims it around to Grizzly. Chipped into the far corner, knocked down by McCabe. And now the Leafs will look to exit. Benoit had a problem with it. He'll pivot and turn. Both teams changing. Now up the left side, it's Kampf. Almost gave it away and now does. Lauko over the line, left side of the far circle. Geekie pull and drag, and Kampf stayed with it. Reeves far side, dished it to the center circle. Brought in by Dewar. Stripped by Carlo. The Bruins looking to exit. Reeves finished his check hard on Peak. And the puck skids to the near point. Gloved by the Bruins ahead, and out they come. Left wing, Geekie with a step. Watched by Liljegren. 48 seconds left here in the first. Near corner, it's Edmondson. Drives it up the near side. Dewar out to center ice. His pass in the neutral zone deflected. Far corner, Kampf. Is this onside? Near corner, Carlo. He got crunched hard by Reeves. Sent out in front to the far side. Lyubushkin shoots through the goal mouth. 25 seconds left in the first. Sent toward the front of the net. The Bruins have it. Geekie wanted to set it up for Frederick. This puck didn't get out.
Long shift.
Winged into the slot. Swayman a stop on Matthews, who chipped it toward the front of the net. And he holds with a glove.
So Geekie, he tried to make the right play, but didn't quite get enough on that. And he's at the end of a shift right there. He'd been in the offensive zone. Now he's got to come back and defend. And that's not the guy you want with the puck on his stick after the Bruins can't get it out. Fortunately, that pass from Bertuzzi didn't quite land for Matthews the way he wanted to. He had to take it off the skate and then just chip this puck towards the net as he's coming down the slot, and Swayman is able to stay with it.
He led the league with 69 goals. That's the most in the NHL since 95-96. Marner high slot. Wings it. Swayman the stick save. The rebound. Swayman the stop on Matthews. And then Domi with an extra shot on the back of McAvoy's head. Tell me they're going to take a few guys off.
They'll take both of them, but Domi definitely got away with being the initiator there. Good opportunity, though. Marner wrists this puck towards the net. Swayman stays with it and stops the rebound as well on Matthews. And wow, what a pop by Domi. Holy. They're going to take both of them, but man, Domi gets away with it. He probably should have gotten an extra one there.
11 seconds left here in the first.
I can see why they called them both, but at some point, right, you tell them, and it hasn't been that bad. But if it gets bad, you tell them we're just going to take the guy that initiates it. So both guys go 4-on-4.
Faceoff will be in the far circle of Bruins end. Jim Montgomery with the benefit of the last change on home ice. Has Beecher and Coyle up front. A right-handed and a left-handed center. Beecher's going to take the draw against Matthews. Carlo and Lindholm in the back end. Beecher wins the draw.
He's got to be able to do that, Judd. I mean, I know he's got the goal here today, but
Matthews shoots out in front. Swayman got a little help as Marner was all by himself. And Lindholm may have prevented a goal as the Bruins did not exit the puck. It's going to cost them.
He helped them. Yeah, you win the face-off in that situation. You expect that puck to get out. Right, Beecher wins it. Lindholm goes around the net, goes backhand up the boards. And the Bruins aren't able to get that puck out, and it leads to Marner being alone in front, and then Lindholm takes Marner down. They're going to call him for what? Cross-check? Took him down, so the Bruins are going to be shorthanded to start the second.
It'll be a 4-on-3 to begin the second period, but we're through one here in this series. The Bruins won and the Leafs nothing. We'll bring you back for the first intermission in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image rewards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
At UMass Memorial Health, you can be a
nurse,
mental health clinician,
medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician,
family chef,
t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position, with great pay and excellent benefits like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
Are you ready to focus on what you're truly passionate about? At the University of Massachusetts Amherst, we're committed to helping students design a meaningful path for their future. As one of the country's top-tier public research universities, we're helping drive the world forward, empowering students to challenge convention, champion innovation, and embrace the freedom of affecting real positive change in the world. Tap now to explore flexible options for a high-quality education or visit umass.edu. Be revolutionary.
Hey guys, don't take my word that Blue Chew can get things going in the bedroom. Take hers. And hers. And hers.
Oh, yeah.
Go to BlueChew.com right now and meet online with a licensed medical provider. If you qualify, Blue Chew will give you a free month's supply of chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis for just $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and use the promo code YES for this amazing deal. Got it? Get it. BlueChew.com, promo code YES.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins paddle it up the right side. Pat Maroon fed it ahead, 2-on-1. Boquist to the line, right side into the right circle. Centers fired. They score! Johnny Beecher in his playoff debut gets the series started. 1-0 Bruins. Welcome back to the first intermission of Game 1. The Bruins won and the Leafs nothing. Our first intermission interview is sponsored by TD Bank. We're joined by the guy who opened the scoring here in this series, his first career playoff goal in his playoff debut, and that's Johnny Beecher. How did that develop for your line?
The guys did a really good job down in the D zone, just winning the battle and, playing to our strengths, coming up the strong side there. And, we were able to kind of catch him down low. And, me and Bogues were just able to get that 2-on-1. He made a great pass. And, I just tried to put it on net and, happy winning.
Johnny, I know we've got a long way to go, but can you explain the rush that went through your body when that thing went in?
Oh, no, it was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I was in the corner just screaming. So, the guys were all super fired up for me, and, it'll be one I'll never forget.
Last thing, after what you saw in the first, what has to change at all with the Bruins game heading into the second?
We just got to stick to our initial game plan. We just got to keep getting pucks behind them, wearing them down physically, staying above them when they're coming out of their D zone, and, trying to stay out of the box. Their power play fuels a lot of their game, so, got to kill this off to start the period and get back to work.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you.
It's only human to be passionate, loyal, and all in when it comes to the Bruins, and it's only human to expect the same from your bank. And just like every season, TD will be here for all the wins, losses, and memorable moments. TD Bank, the bank of the Boston Bruins, member FDIC, TD Bank, NA. Here's one of the things that we talked about in the pregame show. What are the Bruins going to get? What type of contribution are the Bruins going to get from their bottom six? We got a big goal. And Johnny Beecher had another whack, almost got 2 in the first.
Yeah, he had another opportunity on a rebound chance there after Frederick had the initial opportunity. So Carlo kind of made that play. The Leafs just parted. They were taking away different bodies, and they let Carlo walk right in, and Carlo tried to make that backdoor pass to Frederick. Started that whole scrum there in front. The fourth line was effective that period. Pat Maroon gets the puck out. Takes 2 hits, hits from 2 different players, one by Edmondson and the other by Reeves, I believe, along the wall, and he's able to get that puck out. All of a sudden, it's a 2-on-1 going the other way, and the speed takes over and the skill takes over. Boquist, who can make plays when he gets an open ice, he's fast, he's skilled, and he's coming down his off wing on the right side. You got Beecher with his speed going down the left side, and the saucer pass that might not have landed flat, but it was over the stick of Liljegren, and Beecher made no mistake. A nice little finish. Samsonov got a piece of it, read it, he got over, but wasn't able to get all of it. There were a couple crossbars or posts hit by the Bruins in that first period. Excellent opportunity for Coyle, excellent opportunity for Zacha, and that's both kind of that bumper position, right? On the power play. They both had chances. That's what I think they wanted to utilize that a little bit more as a weapon during your power plays. And I think they've gotten away from it, early or most of the season, to be, but they got back to it there. Pastrnak had a pass to Zacha, and can't remember who had the pass to Coyle, but another good opportunity in that. Oh, it was Marchand through the seam. One-touch pass to Coyle for the one-timer. Those are 2 good chances on the power play. Bruins are 0 for 2. But come close twice. I think that's encouraging right there. I mean, you want to make them pay. You want to put the puck in the back of the net. But that's an encouraging sign that they're willing to use that area of the ice, especially if they're going to be so aggressive on Pastrnak in that left wing circle. Now, at the other end, the Bruins had a couple chances to clear where they didn't. That's going to happen once in a while. You get it, and then how do you recover? How do you get back? Well, this one that came with a couple seconds to go ends up being a penalty here for Hampus Lindholm. The Bruins win that draw. They're unable to get the puck out of the zone. And Lindholm's going to take a penalty, I believe, for cross-checking, but he's in the box, and it's going to be a man advantage to start this second period here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's just exactly what you heard Beecher saying there. We have to stay out of the box. That's one of the areas. Odd man rushes, stay out of the box. Don't give them anything. Big names are going to get their chances. Marner had a couple chances. Matthews had a couple of chances. And when they did, your goaltender, Jeremy Swayman, was there. All the big hype. Who's going to start? Who's going to start? Jeremy Swayman is your starter, and he was good in that first period.
Scoring summary from the first. Johnny Beecher with his first career playoff goal in his playoff debut from Boquist and Maroon at 2:26. And the Bruins out to a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal in that first period, 12-11 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs on the man advantage. The Bruins 0 for 2 in that first period. The Toronto Maple Leafs will have a 4-on-3 opportunity to begin the second period. After Hampus Lindholm was issued a cross-checking penalty, you had matching minors about 11 seconds before that. Domi for roughing, McAvoy for roughing. So a 4-on-3 for the Leafs to begin the second period. We'll update the out-of-town NHL scoreboard when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit kbb.com for more information.
Now that spring is here, it's time to freshen up your look with a new pair of glasses from your neighborhood Pearl Vision. Discover a variety of designer brands to reflect your style, like Coach, Michael Kors, Prada, and more. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com to find your perfect pair and get 40% off your lenses with frame purchase.
Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. In 6/30/24. Exams available at the Independent Doctors of Optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors employed by Pearl Vision.
Mitchell College is a place of radical possibilities. Uncover your unique power and study what is most important, you. From starting or finishing a degree to career upskilling, or learn how you learn best, our compassionate approach embraces every side of you. Mitchell's inclusive community offers personalized study with pre- and post-college support, so you can be the best, authentic you. Learn more at mitchell.edu. That's mitchell.edu.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
WTN Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 The Sports Hub. The Beasley Media Group station.
Service Credit Union is teamed with Bruins defenseman Charlie McAvoy for defending New England's heroes. Service donates $100 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout. Pay for heart and cancer screenings for New England police and firefighters. Learn more now at servicecu.org/73. As we check the out-of-town National Hockey League scoreboard, Game 1 getting underway between the Hurricanes and the Islanders today. Stefan Nason, your game winner, and the Hurricanes up 1-0 in that series. They won 3-1 earlier today over Semyon Varlamov and the Islanders. Tomorrow you have 4 other Game 1s beginning. In the East, the Lightning will be in Florida to meet the Panthers. The Rangers, who won the President's Trophy, are going to host the Washington Capitals. Out West, the Avalanche are in Winnipeg, and it's the Predators and the Canucks getting going late night in Vancouver. We'll bring you back to start the second period in just a moment. The Bruins out to a 1-0 lead over the Maple Leafs at the end of 20 minutes in Game 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Are you ready to focus on what you're truly passionate about? At the University of Massachusetts Amherst, we're committed to helping students design a meaningful path for their future. As one of the country's top-tier public research universities, we're helping drive the world forward, empowering students to challenge convention, champion innovation, and embrace the freedom of affecting real positive change in the world. Tap now to explore flexible options for a high-quality education or visit umass.edu. Be revolutionary.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Picking 5 of Carrie Underwood's best music videos was no easy task, but after some debate, we landed on 5 we believe rise to the top. Did Carrie's 2014 hit Something in the Water make our top 5? Find out when you text Carrie to 45911 and scroll through the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Carrie to 45911 to get your eyes on our favorite Carrie Underwood music videos.
Set yourself up for success sooner than later.
After graduation, when I got my first official full-time job, I realized punctuality is imperative.
It wasn't until I was a parent when I realized being reliable is critical.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't until I retired when I realized how essential it is to be health conscious.
Steve Lewis & Company. Invest with confidence, helping you plan a brighter future.
I had stage 3 ovarian cancer. I knew I was going to go to Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Center. That's the thing that's so incredible, is all they do is cancer. They're going to be on the cutting edge of therapies. They're going to have things available to you, and they're going to be rock stars throughout the journey because they've seen it all.
For an appointment in Boston, Foxborough, Milford, or South Shore, contact DanaFarberBrigham.org. Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Center. We specialize in cancer and you.
At CDI, we aren't predicting the future of IT, we're creating it. We offer award-winning IT consulting and services tailored to your business. Discover how to elevate your infrastructure, security, and more at CDILLC.com.
Innocent gun owners are locked up every day. Acting in self-defense, even when you do everything right, can put your freedom at risk. Prepare for everything that happens before, during, and after defending yourself by joining the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. USCCA members are educated, trained, and insured, providing the peace of mind every protector needs. See why responsibly armed Americans choose the USCCA as their all-in-one solution for self-defense. Visit uscca.com/protect to join today.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Bruins paddle it up the right side. Pat Maroon fed it ahead. 2-on-1. Boquist to the line, right side into the right circle. Centers fired. They score! Johnny Beecher in his playoff debut gets the series started. 1-0 Bruins. That's the score. 1-0 Bruins as we're about ready to start the second period here of Game 1. Bruins will be working right to left, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 for the Leafs to begin for a minute 50. You have Hampus Lindholm that was assessed a minor penalty right at the conclusion of the period. McAvoy and Domi are still in the box, so two critical defensemen off the ice.
Yeah, they win the draw, and that was the disappointing thing, right? You've got Beecher taking the face-off. It's a defensive zone face-off, and he wins the face-off, and the Bruins are unable to get that puck out of the zone. Marner's left alone in front. Lindholm has to come as Swayman's making the save, and he wipes out Marner, and now the Bruins will be short. 4-on-3, and like you said, McAvoy and Lindholm both in the box.
Bruins working right to left this period.
Start Peak and Carlo as the defensive pair to try to kill this penalty along with Coyle up front.
Leafs win the draw. We're underway. Here's Riley back at his own line. He'll now work it ahead. Right wing to Marner. He'll knife his way in. Slows at the right circle. Now at the dot. Up top now Riley. Riley top right wing circle. Up top to Matthews. Wings it left to the net. Marner backs it off. Watched by Carlo. Rotates to the high slot. Here's Matthews. Shoots through the slot. It's deflected wide, and Coyle will fire it all the way down. 1:17 left in the matching penalties to McAvoy and Domi. Bruins short. 40 seconds into the second period. They have a 1-0 lead. Here's Matthews. Shakes up the line left side. Hands to Tavares. Up top for Riley. High slot now Marner. Marner walks into the slot. Feeds right of the net. Matthews. Back for Riley. Riley to Matthews. Bottom right wing circle Riley. Center point Matthews. Far side it's Marner. At the dot. Backs off. Looking for a better angle. Moves to the middle. Holds. Shoots. Swayman the save. The rebound. Swayman able to trap it out in front. And he covers.
Well, they were looking backdoor that time for Tavares, and Tavares got a piece of it, but it's the right pad of Jeremy Swayman that's going to keep this puck out. Nice look from Marner as he's moving from left to right, up high in the slot area. He can take the shot if he wants, but he's looking backdoor for that tip and the redirect. And he gets it. It's just two good saves made by Swayman. First with the right pad, and he stays with him on the partial rebound.
John Tavares, 29 goals, 65 points during the regular season. Face-off far circle, the Bruins end. Little early movement. Nobody's kicked out. Coyle against Tavares. Leafs win the draw. Up top, Matthews. Here it comes. He blasts it wide. Tavares far corner. Holds, stick handles and looks. Up top to Marner. Top left wing circle. Across. Matthews sent it out in front. Swayman the save.
He was looking backdoor as well.
Tavares wings it over to the near side. Up top it comes for Marner. Right circle, Matthews swung it out in front, and Swayman the stop on the tap by Tavares.
Two of them.
Coyle up right wing, a little time and room. He'll drive out to center ice. Over the line, high slot against Marner. Near circle, it's Coyle. And he dragged it right out in front of the net where the Leafs finally get to it.
Marner played him well. Wow, that's a...
Now it's turned over in the neutral zone by Matthews. The Leafs they were still in zone, so they have to tag up. The Bruins 6 seconds away from being back to full strength. McAvoy and Domi are out of the box.
Tell you what, Judd, the Bruins, that was a pretty liberal change they made right there.
Bruins are back to full strength. Big early test pass by the Bruins. Yarncroke with a step, right circle, walks in, shoots. Swayman the save, scrambles back, and Robertson's bank denied by Swayman at the far post as he squared up to it. Bruins drill it ahead up left wing, back into the Leafs end, icing here. And Jeremy Swayman answering some big tests in the second period early on.
Massive. I don't know how many saves he made during that 4-on-3. Probably at least 5. They were looking backdoor on a couple of occasions, and then on the line change, Yarncroke gets some open ice coming down the right wing side, and he gets that shot from the right. And the Bruins they had wholesale changes going, a little slow to make them. You had a couple guys, you had a guy coming out of the box, you had Pete coming to the bench. And a little slow, and then they got to go all the way across the ice to try to catch up to Yarncroke.
They saw far circle of Bruins end. Holmberg against Zacha. Zacha wins it. Here's Peak back of his net. He'll rim it over to the far side. DeBrusk trying to chip it off the wall. This doesn't get out. Along the far side, Zacha tries to wedge it free. DeBrusk has it trapped in his skates. The puck squirts free. And it's whistled to the near corner of the Bruins end. The Bruins will get to this. Lindholm popped it out to center ice, driven deep by Marchand.
You know, Judd, it was confirmed during the intermission. The Bruins hit 3 posts that period. McAvoy's did hit the post. Coyle and Zacha the other ones.
Good call by you. Puck rimmed around by the Bruins. Here's Zacha, left wing feed, picked off. He had Pasternak breaking. McCabe had his stick lifted. But the Bruins lose it in the neutral zone, get it back. Grzelcyk snapped it into the left corner. It's up on the glass, so Samsonov can't stop it. McAvoy fires. It never got to Samsonov. McAvoy gets it back. Rimmed it into the slot. Samsonov is down and out. He's having a hard time scrambling to his feet.
McAvoy was looking for a pass that time, not
Given
the shot.
Away again by the Leafs, but it's grabbed by Kemp. He'll motor over the line far side. Drop to the far wall. It's Dewar. Fan on his pass out in front. Pasternak slams it up the middle to Geekie. He'll ramble over the line. Shoots just wide. Geekie right of the net. Took a check from Benoit. Far corner. Lauko tries to dig it free. And it's lifted by the Leafs back into the Bruins zone. We've played almost 4 minutes here in the second period. 1-0 Bruins. Here's Lauko. He'll flip it to the left corner. Lyubushkin chasing with Frederick. Frederick rubs him off the puck. Geekie crashes in and it squirts to Matthews. He'll send it to the middle. Lyubushkin up the middle over the spoke B. Second attempt, smacked it deep. He'll go to chase. Back of the net. Lindholm leaves it in the near corner. Bruins send it up the middle. Here's Frederick. Who's the forward playing D? That's Bertuzzi. Now Frederick digging away in the near corner against Riley. Lyubushkin comes back to help. Wedged it free to Domi. Sent it to the middle. Doesn't connect. McAvoy has to race back. And here's Matthews. Fired it up. The post with Swayman coming out the challenge. Far corner, it's Grzelcyk. He'll bank it up the left side. Chipped into the left corner of the Leafs end. Edmondson. So now it's the Leafs hitting posts. Marner sent it to the high slot. Walking in is Tavares. The Bruins able to poke it free from his stick. Maroon trying to pull it off the wall. Far corner, Tavares gets it back. Centered. Bruins get a stick on it. Tavares wings it over to the near side, but nobody home, and out to center ice it comes. Benoit looks left, feeds in front of the Bruins bench. Boquist with the hit on Riley, and the Bruins have it back in their own zone to Maroon over the red line left side. He's got 3 Stanley Cup rings tied for the most among active players. Here's Nice, gave it away in the slot. DeBrusque turns, couldn't get off a shot, and then he had it swept off his stick. Wow, right of the net. Here's Coyle. Coyle turns, swings it to the right circle. Marchand shoots, blocked. It's skittered to Lindholm, left corner. Now DeBrusque trying to pull it free. DeBrusque back of the net. DeBrusque centered. Carlo shoots. He scores! Brandon Carlo, just above the top of the right wing circle, rifles it by Samsonov. Bruins 2, Leafs nothing.
Just great work by the Bruins, and the Toronto Maple Leafs unable to clear some pucks here in these situations, and the Bruins just stay on it. They keep winning battles in the offensive end. A couple turnovers, and it was this all after Matthews hit whether the outside of the net or the outside of the post where Swayman came out to play it, but Brandon Carlo's going to rip one by the blocker side of Samsonov off the nice feed from behind the net from Jake DeBrusque. Just a really good shift. Marchand, DeBrusque, Coyle followed up another shift that the Bruins had. They stay with it. They put the Leafs on their heels, and they get rewarded for it.
Beecher opens it. Carlo makes it 2-0. That's what the playoffs are all about. Domi, right point, wings it across. Nobody's home, and this puck out to center ice. 13:54 remaining here in the second period. Bruins with a 2-0 lead here in game one. Heinen banked it ahead. Pasternak lifts it to the far side in the Leafs end. The Bruins change. Zacha chasing. Domi released it back of the net. Here's Edmondson. Stick handles and looks. He'll bank it to Liljegren. He got knotted up with Brad Marchand in the first meeting of the season against the Bruins and injured his ankle, which caused a stir in Toronto.
They refer to that a lot up in Toronto. The response more so than the play itself. Or lack of response.
Puck captain of the near corner of the Bruins end. Grzelcyk back to get it. He'll flip it over to the far side. The Bruins chip it to the middle. And Frederick trying to get it away from Dewar. It's sent on net, and Swayman the save, the rebound. And Swayman a stop there. Camp far side into the slot. Frederick drills it up the glass and back into the Leafs end.
He stopped Reeves twice there.
Near side, the Leafs give it away. Geekie bumped out in front of the net. It's free, and Samsonov has to dive on it. 12:49 left here in the second. Jeremy Swayman has been superb. Bruins 2, Leafs nothing in game one. We'll take a timeout, I believe. Waiting for that light to go on. It's on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Now that spring is here, it's time to freshen up your look with a new pair of glasses from your neighborhood Pearl Vision. Discover a variety of designer brands to reflect your style, like Coach, Michael Kors, Prada, and more. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com to find your perfect pair and get 40% off your lenses with frame purchase.
Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. In 6/30/24. Exams available at the independent doctors of optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors employed by Pearl Vision.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image words from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Hey guys, don't take my word that Blue Chew can get things going in the bedroom. Take hers. And hers. And hers.
Oh, yeah.
Go to BlueChew.com right now and meet online with a licensed medical provider. If you qualify, Blue Chew will give you a free month's supply of chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis for just $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and use the promo code YES for this amazing deal. Got it? Get it. BlueChew.com, promo code YES.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
Brandon Carlo's first of the playoffs from Jake DeBrusque and Hampus Lindholm at 5:47 here in the second period has the Bruins staked to a 2-0 lead here in game one. Brandon Carlo got nicked up in the Bruins' next to last game in Washington. Did not play in the final game against Ottawa. Jim Montgomery said before that game against the Senators, Carlo's going to be fine for game one and he makes it 2-0. Beecher in for the draw, left circle, wins it to Boquist, up top Shattenkirk, flings it back of the net to Maroon, up top, Peak, fires, deflected in the slot, and Samsonov freezes the puck with Boquist getting mobbed out in front. And everybody grabs a partner.
Boquist is a little bigger right now. You got 61 playing on your wing. You can get a little bit bigger. He does what he's supposed to there. I'm just saying he knows 61's got his back.
Maroon and his crew, are they going to stay on the ice? Jim Montgomery hasn't decided yet. Face-off in the far circle, the Leafs end, and he's going to head off. Maroon mentioned just how hard the first round is. He said the physicality, the energy, the intensity is at a different level than it is in the playoffs.
No, you get worn down, right, as the playoffs go on.
That it's a tricky round to win. You're thankful just to get out of that round.
I think the Bruins found that out last year.
Leafs control off the draw. Up the right side, it's Lyubushkin. He'll bounce it ahead. The Bruins slow it up, and they'll chip it ahead. Shattenkirk makes sure it gets out to center ice just by inches, but he got it done. Frederick along the near side. Holmberg played it back of his net. Rimmed by Riley over to the far side. This puck doesn't get out. Robertson was trapped along the wall. Lyubushkin back of his net. Beats the puck up, sent it up the right side. Yarncroke banked it ahead. And again, the Bruins deny the line. Out to center ice it comes. Now Geekie motors in. Left circle, drops the shoulder. Centered. Oh, he was looking for Frederick. Nice play by Riley to pick it off. He sends Holmberg over the line against Peak. Holmberg, far hash, hits the brakes. Sheldon Keefe wants a change in his 5th season as the head coach in Toronto. And Shattenkirk whistles it ahead out to center ice. Grabbed by Lauko. He'll come late over the line left side. Into the near circle. Left of the net, back of the cage. Lost his footing back of the net.
Benoit was looking for the big hit that time.
This is only his 4th playoff game, Jacob Lauko. He played 3 last year in the first round against the Panthers. Given away by Matthews. Hacked in by the Bruins. Gloved by Benoit. Out at center ice. Carlo denies a pass at the red line. 11:24 left here in the second. And the Bruins with a 2-0 lead. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Carlo. He'll smack it in.
Carlo made 2 really good plays there, right? Stepping up in the neutral zone. Great gap. He's able to deny 1 pass, and then that second one he gloves.
Drilled around to the far side. It's Edmondson. He'll drive it back of the net. It eludes the stick of Bertuzzi. DeBrusque crashes in. The Bruins hack it ahead, and out they come. It's flipped high out to center ice. Edmondson's got it. He'll pivot. A 6'5" left-handed D. Over the line is Dewar. Dewar far circle. Shoots and slamming gloves. And then a little bumping going on left of the net. Edmondson grabs a hold of one of the Bruins. 10:47 left here in the second. 2-0 Bruins.
Now, one of the things, so we asked Jim Montgomery in our pregame interview, we asked kind of each zone, right? Break down each zone. And when we asked him about the neutral zone, he said both teams are good in the neutral zone, which I was a little surprised at. But I mean, that's a good example of it right there. You know, Toronto wants to stretch it. They're trying to make that long pass up to Bertuzzi, and there's Carlo right in his face to deny it. And then they try to make a pass across, and there's Brandon Carlo again knocking a puck down. Also has a goal today. If you had Carlo and Beecher, let's go Beecher, Carlo in that order as your first 2 goal scorers in the playoffs for the Bruins. Raise your hand.
If you went to the window with that, you won big. Marner in for the draw in the far circle in the Bruins zone. Shots are 21-14 in favor of the Leafs.
Yeah, a lot of that on that power play, though, too, right? That 4-on-3.
Oh, did they have some chances with the Bruins having McAvoy and Lindholm in the box. Here's Grizzly. Couldn't get it out. Far point. Nyes will lift it back of the net. McAvoy skates to the far corner. A nice outlet up the middle. Here's Pasternak 3-on-2. Over the line left side. Zaki's got a guy driving. Left circle. Grizzly walks in, shoots. Simpson off the save. And he holds.
Yeah, Pasternak was hoping that puck would squeak through. Didn't, but wow, was Grizzly open. That's a good setup. It looks like a 3-on-2, and it is. But the Leafs are going to get back with that 3rd guy. And who's going to be the open man? The 4th guy. That's Grizzly coming up the ice. And I mean, he's got an open lane to the net on this left wing side. I don't think he got his spot.
Grizzly 2 goals during the regular season. Carlo had 4.
Don't think he got his spot there. There was some space upstairs, I thought, whether it be blocker side or glove side. He likes to go blocker side from that left wing circle.
And he likes to go high blocker. Sometimes during the regular season, he'd miss the net.
Right. That might be in his head right now.
Boquist will step in for the draw. He wins it up top. Peak shoots, deflected. Far circle. Maroon trying to get to it. Held in by the Bruins for a second. And now Dewar skates in front of the Bruins bench. Poked it in. The Bruins slap it out to center
Beecher
ice.
could have tried to really keep that puck in, but I think he's saying, all right, I got to make sure that there's no odd man rushes. I'm getting back here. I'm not going to make that mistake.
Can you remember an odd man rush that the
Not
Leafs
yet.
have had?
Not yet. They've had a couple where they've been alone in front, but no odd man rushes.
Puck poked right of the Leafs net. Here's Maroon. Protects it in the far corner. McCabe draped on him. Boquist in the far corner. Trying to protect it from Benoit. Maroon working back. And then a Bruins changing on the fly. And the Leafs with the puck. Here's Camp. He'll lug it out to center ice. At the spoke B, he'll flutter it to the right corner. Leafs making some changes here. Shattenkirk. This is his first playoff action since winning the Stanley Cup in 2020. He'd been in Anaheim prior to this. Puck rocketed out to center ice. It's Nyes over the line far side. Nyes hits the brakes. Nyes, the rookie from Arizona, lost it. Here's Pasternak against Liljegren over the line right side. Brace for the contact. Into the slot. Couldn't shake it free. Now the Bruins have to get back. It's Marner. Tried to flip it out in front. Grzelcyk with the read. Broke it up.
McAvoy was coming across to help, but Grzelcyk makes a good play there.
Heinen over the line high slot. Heinen poked it looking for Zacha, and it's drilled out to center ice. Grzelcyk's got it.
Boy, did the Leafs converge that time on Pasternak. He was trying to make the move on Liljegren. Kona was backhand kind of spinning, and it was the back check that got him.
8:45 left here in the second. Bruins 2 and the Leafs nothing. Matthews with a shot. Swam at a right shoulder save. Carlo chipped it around. Riley up top. Here's Bertuzzi. Wings it. And this puck glances into the near corner. Lyubushkin right of the net. It's sent toward the front of the cage. And DeBrusk has it. He'll fire it high off the glass and out to center ice. Riley had it and lost it. Marchand was peeling the other way. Tried to hit the brakes. And I think we have a hand pass here. And a stop. 8:21 left here in the second. 2-0 Bruins over the Leafs in game one. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network. Driven by your... Let's try that again. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid or CR-V Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details.
Mitchell College is a place of radical possibilities. Uncover your unique power and study what is most important, you. From starting or finishing a degree to career upskilling, or learn how you learn best, our compassionate approach embraces every side of you. Mitchell's inclusive community offers personalized study with pre- and post-college support, so you can be the best, authentic you. Learn more at mitchell.edu. That's mitchell.edu.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Playoff hockey's here. The Pro Shop, powered by 47, has you covered with everything you need to rep the black and gold in the postseason. Shop exclusive Bruins playoff tees, hats, pucks, and more. Visit BostonProShop.com to shop online or stop by the Hub on Causeway to make sure you're geared up for the hard-hitting playoff hockey action. Bobby Orr in the building tonight.
Yeah, I got a chance to see him downstairs before the game. Always kind of, as many times as I met him and seen him and talked with him, it's just, you still kind of feel a little.
He's a legend.
Yes, absolutely.
Puck pounded up the left side and out to center ice. Here's McKay bangs it into the right corner of the Bruins zone. The Bruins slap it up the left side out to center ice. Holmberg has it in his skates. Had to dish it over the line. The Leafs were still changing. Grzelcyk to his partner McAvoy out at center ice. Dips around to check. Over the line left side. Here's Lauko. Shoots Samsonov a glove save with McAvoy driving.
Yeah, I think McAvoy would have liked that little return pass, maybe a little flip pass, as he moved it to the left side and he drove through the middle. Maybe looking for that return. Fans, hockey season is Peerless Boiler season. Replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless Boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Find your local dealer at peerlessboilers.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off in the left circle, the Leafs end. Zacha, Pasternak, Heinen out there. Lindholm and Carlo on the back end. A little early movement. Tavares kicked out of there. Mitch Marner will step in and take it against Zacha. And now Zaka's kicked out of there. Pasternak will take it. Leafs changing positions in the face-off circle. Marner against Pasternak. Pasternak wins it. Zacha shoots, and Samsonov the save as that rocket went 5-hole.
He was squared up for that one. Samsonov was. He got a little fortunate on a couple shots there in the first period in terms of the Bruins hitting posts or crossbars, but
Bruins have faced Samsonov before in the playoffs. It was when he was with Washington. He actually didn't start the series. He ended up going 0-3, 10 goals against, and .899 save percentage. Off the draw, the Bruins win it. Left point now, Grzelcyk shoots just wide. Rebound. Zacha tries to get it free. Here's Tavares, far wall. Zacha got a piece of him, and this puck just chipped out to center ice. Zacha got it to McAvoy. The Bruins lose it in the neutral zone. And it's flipped to the right corner by McKay. Back of the net. Swayman had it hop over his stick.
The puck bouncing all over the place back there.
And Heinen drags it far corner. Stripped to the puck by Nyes. Gets a little help from McAvoy. Didn't get a lot on an exit pass. And the Bruins just get it out to center ice. Now McCabe walks it back into his own zone. He almost gave it away to Pasternak.
That wasn't the prettiest exiting the zone, was it?
No. Bruins
doesn't always have to be pretty.
These teams expended a lot of energy and a lot of emotion in the first. Here in game one, it's wristed by McKay back of the Bruins net. Skitters out in front. Grzelcyk turns, fires it off the glass. Liljegren stopped it. Marchand dished it up the left side and back into the Leafs zone. Quickly on the counter, it's Domi left point. Domi skates in, shoots. Swayman got a piece with a glove. And the Bruins guide it to the near corner. Domi swoops in. He's got the puck. Flipped it to Bertuzzi. Shoots, and Swayman a stick save. Good sequence here from the Leafs. And we got a penalty. It's going to be a high stick. McAvoy, I think, got it.
Second offensive zone high stick that the Leafs have taken today.
Oh, Sheldon Keefe is pacing. 6:22 left here in the second. Bruins with a 2-0 lead going to the power play. Matthews, the guilty party. The Bruins, if I'm not mistaken, have hit posts on each of their last two power plays.
On both of them, yeah. One on each.
Matthews played 2 seasons in the U.S. development program with Charlie McAvoy in Ann Arbor. Those guys were teenagers. Face-off in the near circle in the Leafs end. Zacha crouches down. He'll take it against Camp. Camp wins the draw. Paddle back of the net. Marner, nice dish to the
nice
middle.
Play.
And it's cleared all the way down by the Leafs.
He can't get it out there, right? He's in the corner on his backhand. The Bruins are thinking he's going to try to go up the boards with it, and Camp is right in the middle with good support, and Marner knows it's set play by them, and a good one.
Marner, an excellent penalty killer. Over the line, left side, here's Maroon. He'll lug it to the near side, threw it around back of the net. Edmondson powers it around. This will go all the way down. Shattenkirk will skate back and grab it. Set up by Swayman behind his net. 5:43 left here in the second. 2-0 Bruins here in game one. Power play for another minute 18. Pasternak to Zacha. He enters. Bad flip to the near side. And I think Jim Montgomery's going to change.
That puck wouldn't settle for him. 4 guys go off. Shattenkirk stays to go back and get the puck, and he's going to make a change as soon as he comes up the ice.
He's got an option late, feeds it to Jake DeBrusk. He's got an assist tonight. DeBrusk over the line, right side to Geekie. Far corner, thrown back of the net. Lyubushkin brushed it around. This won't get out. Marchand keeps it in. Near side is Coyle. Flipped it near corner. Geekie to the near hash. Turns left corner. Takes a look. Up top, saucers to Marchand. Directed to McAvoy. McAvoy wings it far side to Brusk. Right point. Looks. Shoots. He scores! Jake DeBrusk with a snapper. Top right wing circle. A power play goal. Bruins 3. Leafs nothing.
Well, they make the wholesale change. They get into the zone this time, and it's DeBrusk who helps get into the zone with some of that speed coming up the ice. Geekie's going to settle things down. Marchand's the lone guy at the point along with McAvoy. And McAvoy moves this puck to DeBrusk over in the right wing circle. DeBrusk's going to arc up high to the top of the right wing circle. And then he's going to get some traffic in front. And he's going to beat Samsonov low to the blocker side. That's Geekie providing the screen in front. And this one, instead of hitting the post and out, it hits the post and in. Good shot by DeBrusk, good screen by Geekie, good entry by that unit.
And the Bruins cash in on the offensive zone penalty. The Leafs have taken a couple of them tonight. Along the near side of the neutral zone, it's Liljegren. He'll hoist it to the far corner. Carlo, brace for the contact from Bertuzzi. Both guys go down. Domi flipped it out in front, gloved by Swayman, and Bertuzzi is barking at the official as play is stopped with 4:40 left in the second. Bruins 3, Leafs nothing here in Game 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Honda you want is here. Now's the perfect time to drive in the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Passport or Ridgeline and a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Pilot.
See dealer for financing details.
I had stage 3 ovarian cancer. I knew I was going to go to Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Center. That's the thing that's so incredible, is all they do is cancer. They're going to be on the cutting edge of therapies. They're going to have things available to you, and they're going to be rock stars throughout the journey because they've seen it all.
For an appointment in Boston, Foxborough, Milford, or South Shore, contact DanaFarberBrigham.org. Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Center. We specialize in cancer and you.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Jake DeBrusk with his first power play goal since January 9th. I understand that's the regular season. This is the playoffs. Nevertheless, a huge tally for the Bruins. Time of the goal, 15:02. DeBrusk with a goal and an assist tonight. And Beersy, in the 2 previous series, of the last 2 that Jake DeBrusk has been involved in with the Bruins against the Leafs, he's had some big series against Toronto.
He's perfectly capable of it. And I thought he was good last year against Florida. He elevates his game. We've seen it. It's great to see it. He's been moving today. He's had those legs going.
Bruins drive the puck up the right side out to center ice. Here's Liljegren. Waits for everybody to exit. Brings it in. And he didn't wait long enough. We've got an offside here on Toronto.
And Avidia Bank and Patrice Bergeron have teamed up again this season for Assists for Kids. For every Boston assist, they'll donate $50 up to $37,000 to help Metro West youth hockey players pay for hockey. Get details at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Face off to the near dot just beyond the Bruins line. Coyle, Marchand, DeBrusk out there for Jim Montgomery. Lindholm and Carlo on the back end. We're going to have a penalty here. Is this Going to the Leafs, too? I think it is. Swayman was going to head off for the extra attacker. The whistle blows, and it's going to be a slash on Toronto.
Yeah, it'll be Domi. I thought he might have had an extra 2 in the first period. They didn't give it to him. This time they do. He was warned right off the opening faceoff, right? Him and Marchand lined up against one another opening faceoff. Referee came over to warn him. I mean, it was mostly a conversation with Domi. And Marchand and him going at it off the faceoff again. And a whack across the hand. Yeah.
Oh, he got him good.
Yeah. Got him right above the cuff of the glove.
There are many ways to deter that type of play. One is a really good power play. The main one
is
a really good power play. Off the draw, Pastrnak trying to bank it up top. Here's Shattenkirk. He'll wheel to the middle. Shoots, deflected. And the high tip will go off a shin pad out to center ice.
That's happened twice to Zacha today. He's had 2 tips that have been good tips, but have gone off of a leg or off of a foot and didn't get through.
Pastrnak toppled as he came across. Maroon keeps the puck in. He'll hack it over to the far side. Heinen shoveled it down low. Zacha protects. He'll throw it around the boards. Near corner, Pastrnak banked it, and the Leafs have it.
Yeah, Pastrnak had Shattenkirk back. He tried to go back down to Maroon. He had Shattenkirk open at the point that time.
Shattenkirk, back of his net, settles the puck. He'll wheel his way ahead. Up the right side, Pastrnak. Relays to Heinen. The Bruins enter. Pastrnak right at the net. Shoots, blocker save made by Samsonov. Near circle, it's Pastrnak. Swings to the middle. Chopped by the Leafs. Back into the Bruins zone. 3:25 left here in the second. 3-0 Bruins.
Wholesale change. You know, that's one thing with Pastrnak. We've seen him stay for almost 2 minutes a lot of times. And you know, rightfully so, right? He's been going off after that minute.
Here's Coyle. Leaves it for DeBrusk. Going to flip it ahead. Raked in by Geekie. Near side, I think we've got an offside here on the Bruins. So the faceoff will come out to center ice. 47 seconds left in the Domi penalty.
Around the NHL, presented by the Massachusetts Health Connector. Act now. Get covered at mahealthconnector.org. One other game earlier on today had Carolina Hurricanes beating the New York Islanders 3-1. It was 2-1. They finished with an empty net goal. Well, Carolina with a 1-0 lead over the New York Islanders.
Face out of the near dot just beyond the Leafs line. Off the draw, the Leafs have it. Edmondson peels back. He'll rifle it all the way down. Swayman stops it. 3 minutes to go here in the second. 3-0 Bruins in game 1. Here's McAvoy over the red line near side. Marchand holds and waits to DeBrusk. Flipped it back to Marchand.
Tough pass there.
At his pocket pick. And now Dewar will flip it to the near corner of the Bruins zone. Coyle back to get it. Leaves it along the near side. DeBrusk back to help. DeBrusk wheels up the middle, gathering steam over the red line. He'll fling it into the right corner. Around it comes McCabe. Couldn't get it out. High slot now. McAvoy shoots right at the net. Marchand feathers out in front. DeBrusk. He scores! Jake DeBrusk. 2 goals on the power play. Bruins 4, Leafs nothing.
Good look here. They finally get this puck with possession in the zone on this power play with only 5 seconds to go. DeBrusk is going to convert a nice passing play. It starts with the entry, right? DeBrusk says, okay, we haven't been carrying it in. Well, let's dump it in. Bruins get possession of it after the dump in, and McAvoy in the middle of the ice out near the blue line looks down low, and he's going to go down low to Marchand, and then Marchand tries to saucer this pass to DeBrusk, who shortens up on the stick, goes down on one knee. As he gets the pass from the right side, he's right at the top of the blue paint, and he redirects it. Samsonov gets a piece, but not enough.
Frederick lines up next to Domi. He's getting an earful right now from Gordie Dwyer. 2:26 remaining here in the second. The Bruins with 1 in the first, 3 in the second.
And 2 power play goals.
And remember, at the start of this period, the Leafs had a 4-on-3 with Lindholm and McAvoy in the box. High slot now, Liljegren. Right circle to Matthews. Send it out in front. Swayman the save. Up top, here's Riley. Dusts it off. Shoots. Looks for a tip. Matthews sent it out in front. Swayman angles it with his stick over the short glass far side. And we've got to stop.
Decent opportunity, though. Again, looking back door. They've had that that look a couple times, looking to Swayman's right and looking to tip one home. And that right pad has been sharp here today for Swayman.
Face-off in the right circle in the Bruins end. Jake DeBrusk back in the 2018 series against the Leafs had 5 goals, 2 in Game 7, and 7 points. And then if you remember in 2019, he was the guy that drew Nazem Kadri's ire, and Kadri cross-checked him in the head, and he was suspended for the remainder of the series. And the Bruins were behind the entire time.
Penalty coming up to the Bruins here.
As Pete gets locked up in the far corner, Bertuzzi gives him a face wash. And now a little more action as Domi's chattering away with Marchand. But the Bruins in that series in 2019 were down 3-2, won Game 6 in Toronto and won Game 7 at TD Garden. 1:54 left in the second. Bruins up 4-0.
A lot of chatter going on right now. A lot of chirping both teams over by the benches, but the Bruins will go shorthanded for interference. No, nobody's copping to it. Jim Montgomery said, "Who's it on?"
I think you could hear Jim Montgomery say 13.
Matthews, for a big, strong guy. Wow.
Coyle got the stick between his legs. Matthews went down.
Yeah, no, I mean, right off the face-off, yep. Did he really get the stick in between his legs?
So the Bruins going short-handed for only the second time. And the Bruins will rim it up the left side and back into the Leafs end. Riley back to get it. Last year he had 4 goals in the playoffs after having only 4 during the regular season. Here's Marner over the line right side. Yarncroke raked it into the right corner. Carlo tried to stab it up the near side. Bruins get it free, paddle it ahead. Marchand couldn't get it out, and the Leafs pass it out to center ice. 1:25 left here in the second. Bruins 4, Leafs nothing. Well, with 1:25 left on his minor penalty, Yarncroke leaves it for Matthews. Matthews, who rang one off the post earlier this period, flipped it in, goes to chase. Carlo gets to it. And it's swatted to the far side, just out of Heinen's reach.
Great idea.
Near point, here's Yarncroke. Back up top, Marner to Riley. High slot, Marner. Marner fades to the right point. Gets a return feed from Tavares. High slot now, Riley. Holds, far circle, it's Marner, the trigger man. Slowly to the far hash, takes a look. Up top, Riley shoots, blocked. And it's drilled by Beecher, who opened the scoring, and he'll limp back to the bench. 33 seconds left here in the second. 4-0 Bruins. Liljegren back in his own end for Domi. Leaves it at his own line. Here's Robertson. He'll scamper over the line, fed it into the near corner. Peak tried to pull it free. The Bruins have it 2-on-2. They come the other way. You've got Bertuzzi playing D. Over the line right side is DeBrusk. Right circle. Cuts out in front. Shoots. And that one cranked. Was it off the post or off the mask? Off the crossbar. 2 seconds left in the period. Jake DeBrusk nearly had himself a natural hat trick. And the Bruins will fire at the length of the ice. That's going to do it for the middle frame. In that second period, the Bruins score 3 times. And at the end of 2, it's the Bruins 4, Leafs nothing. Here's and I will bring you back for the second intermission in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Yo, bro, you think you know ball? You gotta try Sleeper Picks. Just pick more or less from your boy's stats, and you can cop a stack for real. If you think he's going off, pick more. If he's about to lay some bricks, take less. Is it Dame time? Use Sleeper's alternate pick for him to score 30 plus. Is someone in Philly gonna choke because it's the playoffs? Take less than all their stats. And Sleeper's even got your back with FlexPay, so you can still cop a smaller stack if one of your picks misses. But that ain't even it, Chief. If you're new to the game, Sleeper's going to double your first deposit up to $500 when you use my promo code CONTEST. No cap, you just got to download Sleeper now. Mad heads are loving this app, and it's time for you to get the bag too. Just use code CONTEST to make sure Sleeper hooks you up with a $500 deposit match. That's promo code CONTEST. Must be 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Deposit match bonus issued as non-withdrawable playthrough funds. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile Honda CR-V or Accord, all from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on the 2024 Honda Accord and a 2.9% APR on the 2024 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image words from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Mitchell College is a place of radical possibilities. Uncover your unique power and study what is most important, you. From starting or finishing a degree to career upskilling, or learn how you learn best, our compassionate approach embraces every side of you. Mitchell's inclusive community offers personalized study with pre- and post-college support, so you can be the best, authentic you. Learn more at mitchell.edu. That's mitchell.edu.
At UMass Memorial Health, you can be a
nurse, mental health clinician, medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician, family chef, t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position, with great pay and excellent benefits like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
The games play here.
Here's Vietto. He'll scramble in, feed to the high slot. Carlson send it out in front. Vietto a shot, and that tip denied by Omar, who scrambled left to right.
Special man. Jones with a reset. Leans forward, takes the snap from Andrews. Drops back, stands in, throws it back shoulder. Myers catches the 45 near side. Tackled by Sherman. Boy, they're going to work against the former All-Pro.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more. Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on The Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. An easily needed group station.
High slot now. McAvoy shoots right of the net. Marchand feathers out in front. DeBrus. He scores! Jake DeBrus. 2 goals on the power play. Bruins 4. Leafs nothing. Bruins with a 4-0 lead over the Leafs as we've hit the second intermission here in Game 1. And Beersy, what a second period for Jake DeBrusk in particular.
Yeah, DeBrusk had 2 goals and a helper on that in that second period. You know, he's been moving his feet. Good to see him get rewarded. You know, we talk about him in the. He's kind of a polarizing figure, right? You know, right from the trade request to where he is now, and the contract is expiring and everything else. And, you know, was his production where it needed to be this season? Probably not. And at least, you know, goal-scoring department, I think he does a lot of good things for you when he's not scoring, but he's ultimately going to be judged in that area. And it's great to see him get rewarded here tonight, and he could have had the hat trick. I think we haven't seen a replay of it, but I believe that last chance where he's got a forward playing D in Bertuzzi, and he tried to take him wide to the going down the right wing side is off wing, and that little slip attack, that triangle there of Bertuzzi as Bertuzzi reaches out to try to poke it away and get that quick shot away. I believe it hit the post or crossbar behind Samsonov. If it did, that would be 4 of them today for the Bruins. I mean, they've been all over it offensively. As much as DeBrusk is the story so far, the bigger story for me is at the other end of the ice, and that's Jeremy Swayman. He's been outstanding. The Leafs started the second period. It's a 1-goal lead for the Bruins. They start the second period with a 4-on-3, and they've got some good opportunities. And he was there. He was there for that backdoor play a couple of times with the right pad getting down on Tavares. He made some rebound saves. He was strong in that period, especially early when the Leafs were pushing. When the Bruins get to their game, offensively, they can make things happen in that offensive end because they've been all over it. The power play today, they've got 2 goals on the power play, both by DeBrusk, but they've had other chances. Coyle with a chance, Zacha with a chance, and both of them, off the bar in the first period. So the revamped power plays, when we talked to Jim Montgomery about it late in the season, we said, what do you hope to get going? He said, well, we've tried to stick with it, and it just hasn't worked, and it's gone stale. So for the first time in how long? For the first time in how long for Pastrnak and Marchand to be not on the same power play unit?
Never seen it.
Right. If they've both been in the lineup, we have not seen it. And they've done that. And now you've got a couple units. Well, 2 goals here by DeBrusk today, that unit. The second one was a nice little feed from Marchand, but it all starts from winning a battle, getting into the zone. McAvoy making a nice pass down low to Marchand, and then a little saucer pass in tight, and that's a great finish there for Jake DeBrusk. Shortening up on the stick, going down on one knee. If the puck hits your skate, fine. If you can get the stick on it, fine. Samsonov got a piece of it, but not enough. Those 2 goals on the power play, that separates you. And he had the assist on Brandon Carlo's goal. So we had Beecher and Carlo with the first 2 goals of the playoffs for the Bruins this year. But now you have a 2-goal lead, and you have, Matthews takes a penalty. It's an inadvertent high stick, but he gets a stick up on McAvoy. It's in the offensive zone. Domi takes a dumb penalty. Slashes Marchand right across the wrist. Pretty obvious. Right above the cuff of the glove. Marchand wears those short gloves, right? He's got a big gap there between his elbow pad, the lower part of his elbow pad, and the cuff of his glove, and he gets him right across the kind of the forearm wrist area there. And that was a pretty good chop. And he's been going at it all game. He started it right from the opening faceoff. That's fine. But if he's going to take a dumb penalty like that, make him pay. And the Bruins did so twice in that second period.
By the way, that DeBrusk goal is our Bruins exceptional play presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service and construction management, pre-construction design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. Scoring summary sounds like this in the game. John Beecher opened it up 2:26 into the game. His first in his playoff debut from Boquist and Maroon. Then in the second, Brandon Carlo made it 2-0 Bruins from DeBrusk and Lindholm at 5:47. Then Jake DeBrusk, a power play goal at 15:02 from McAvoy and Marchand. Followed up by DeBrusk again about 2.5 minutes later at 17:34 from Marchand and McAvoy to make it 4-0 Bruins at the end of 40 minutes. Shots on goal at the end of 2 in favor of the Leafs, 25-21 on the power play. The Bruins 2 for 4, and the Leafs 0 for 2. Music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Don't miss the Black Keys International Players Tour live in Boston on Friday, November 1st at TD Garden. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Bearsy's going to be along to update the out-of-town NHL scoreboard. That's coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now that spring is here, it's time to freshen up your look with a new pair of glasses from your neighborhood Pearl Vision. Discover a variety of designer brands to reflect your style, like Coach, Michael Kors, Prada, and more. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com to find your perfect pair and get 40% off your lenses with frame purchase.
Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. N 6/30/24. Exams available at the Independent Doctors of Optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors employed by Pearl Vision.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclusive against SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image words from Kelly Blue Book. Visit kbb.com for more information.
Channel your automotive passion into a rewarding career path. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting fresh, your local CarStar has a variety of opportunities to join this elite premier collision repair company. Get your foot on the gas and race to success with a career at CarStar. Explore the endless possibilities and visit carstarjobs.com to learn more about how we drive excellence together. That's carstarjobs.com. Start your journey with us today.
The Namco Pool Splash Into Spring Sales event is here. Transform your backyard into a budget-friendly oasis with a remarkable selection of above-ground pools, hot tubs, and patio furniture. Take advantage of pools up to 20% off, jacuzzis up to $1,000 off, and patios up to 56% off. Get in now for the Namco Pool Splash Into Spring Sale going on now through the 22nd. Namco Pool, the most trusted pool company for your community. NamcoPool.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Welcome back to the TD Garden after 2 periods of play here. The Bruins leading the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 1 of their series by the score of 4-0. There was one other game played earlier today. It had the Carolina Hurricanes beating the New York Islanders by the score of 3-1. Freddie Anderson, 35 saves in that game. Nason, the game winner, early in the third period. Tomorrow, full schedule for the NHL, starting their playoff series will be the Tampa Bay Lightning visiting the Florida Panthers. Rangers taking on the underdog Capitals. Colorado Avalanche in Winnipeg to take on the stingy Jets. And it'll be Vancouver playing host to the Nashville Predators. Here at the TD Garden after 2 periods, Bruins leading Toronto by the score of 4-0. We'll have all the third period action next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealer.
The games play here.
Right steers it to the left corner. Krejci's got it. Right circle, Pastrnak fires, he scores! David Pastrnak!
Jones under center, a give to Stevenson, runs it through the right side.
Go!
Goal, bounces outside 20. Goodbye to the 10, to the 5, end zone bound! Patriots take the lead! Touchdown, New England!
Bang, bang, 2! You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
Mitchell College is a place of radical possibilities. Uncover your unique power and study what is most important, you. From starting or finishing a degree to career upskilling, or learn how you learn best, our compassionate approach embraces every side of you. Mitchell's inclusive community offers personalized study with pre- and post-college support, so you can be the best, authentic you. Learn more at mitchell.edu. That's mitchell.edu.
Appliances are great when they work. When you need new, you need Is Schwartz Appliance. Nothing's better than getting that brand new appliance home and using it for the first time. So when it's time to upgrade, go to the pros, the kind of team that knows about the products they sell. They've got an amazing showroom where you can see and touch everything before you decide. It's big box store selection with the personal touch. Is Schwartz Appliance on Slades Ferry Ave, Somerset, and online at izschwartzappliance.com.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. It's going to be a busy year for country superstar Jason Aldean. He's extended his Highway Desperado tour and is teaming up with Kid Rock for Rock the Country tour dates. We've ranked our top 5 Jason Aldean music videos. Text Jason to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Jason to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
Fight pain with the legendary herbal power of Tiger Balm. Trusted for over 100 years, Tiger Balm tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so you can rise above pain and get back to living. Learn more at tigerbalm.com.
Set yourself up for success sooner than later.
After graduation, when I got my first official full-time job, I realized punctuality is imperative.
It wasn't until I was a parent when I realized being reliable is critical.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't until I retired when I realized how essential it is to be health conscious.
Steve Lewis & Company. Invest with confidence, helping you plan a brighter future.
Discover the fun you'll have at the 4th Annual We Heart Fall River Festival on Saturday, May 11th. Free live music, performances, and STEAM activities await you on the corner of South Main and Sullivan Drive. The Artisan Market will include vendors offering handmade art goods, and don't miss out on the beer garden, food trucks, and more. Visit fallriverartsandculturecoalition.org/we-heart for event updates and more information. The 4th Annual We Heart Fall River Festival, Saturday, May 11th from noon to 4.
With Boston's home for sports online, 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Now it's time to look back at 100 years of Boston Bruins hockey, presented by Granite City Electric.
Drops it off the bottom of the right wing circle to Savard, walks to the dot, sends it across left side, scored! Phil Kessel at the bottom of the left wing circle from Savard, and the Bruins have a 2-0 lead. Snaps it in the middle, glanced off, Stahl right to Savard. He'll start the Bruins in, left side, Savard centers one, Kessel scores! Set up by Savard, Phil Kessel, his second of the game. It's a 3-0 lead.
Tonight we remember Phil Kessel, drafted by the Bruins 5th overall in 2006. Kessel, part of the Bruins' historic 100, played his first 3 NHL seasons in Boston. The Bruins traded Kessel to the Maple Leafs in September of 2009 for 2 first-round picks and a second. The Wisconsin native went on to win the Stanley Cup in 2016 and 2017 with the Penguins, and last year with the Vegas Golden Knights. And along the way, Kessel set the NHL Ironman streak at 1,064 consecutive games, a streak that was broken this year when he went unsigned. That look back at 100 years of Bruins hockey was presented by Granite City Electric Supply, celebrating 100 years of service to electrical contractors and our communities throughout New England. Go to granitecityelectric.com. Both teams back on the ice. We're about ready to start the third period. Bruins will be working left to right.
They're going to be still shorthanded for just another 6 seconds here. Just had another look at that DeBrusque goal, the second goal, where he shortened up on the stick. I mean, Samsonov got a good piece of that, but might have put it in his own net after making the initial save, trying to sprawl to his right, or trying to move to his right. It's hard to tell, but I mean, you get that separation with the 2 power play goals. We've talked about it in the past. Penalty killing is probably a little bit more important if you put a premium on it. But that power play can be such a weapon. I mean, it just deters. I mean, now Toronto's we can't take those penalties, right? Those are the ones that just get you in trouble if you make them pay for it.
Leafs win the draw as the puck is ripped into the near corner. Each team back to full strength. Nice, finished his check hard on Carlo, has to pick up his helmet, puts it back on, stays on the ice.
He's a big boy. He's had a couple hits in this game.
Had an excellent rookie season. He made his debut late last year, played a handful of games in the regular season, and then played 7 in the playoffs. The Bruins turn it over. Tavares walks in, shoots, Swayman came out, squared up, made that look easy. And then Marchand along the far side, flicked it off the glass and out to center ice.
Make sure the Bruins continue to make plays. Don't give them anything. There's so much time in this game. Toronto's an explosive team.
Second best offensive team during the regular season. But again, it's the regular season. Peak near circle of his own zone. Drills it up the right side. Deflected deep by Heinen, who got smashed against the wall after he did. We played just over a minute here in the third. Bruins 4, Leafs nothing. Game 2 here at TD Garden on Monday. Pregame at 6:30. Face-off just after 7.
Seems like an early game, right? We're going to see a couple of these 8 o'clock games in this series.
Heinen knifes his way over the line.
At least a couple.
Along the near side, it's Camp. He'll float it to the far side in the Bruins zone. Shattenkirk's on it. The puck hopped on him. Reeves sent it far circle. Camp, poke check, goes back of the net. Tries to corral the puck. Left point, Benoit shoots. Blocked out in front. Sent out in front. They score. It's Camp who got that loose puck with Swayman down. And the Leafs are on the board. It's 4-1 Bruins.
Fourth line for Toronto getting the job done. That's a nice little pass, and Camp is going to be able to finish this off. The shot doesn't get all the way through from the left point. Gets partially blocked on its way in. It was a shot from Benoit that doesn't get through, but What a nice little backhand pass by Dewar down low. He's tied up. He can't make a play. Chad Kirk has him tied up, but he gets this pass. His back is to Swayman, but gets this puck to Camp in front. Swayman's got no chance.
How much energy do the Leafs get from that? Sheldon Keefe put the Holmberg line on the ice right after the goal. Far side, it's Grizzly. Tries to reach for it, can't get to it. Holmberg in the far corner. Scraped it to the far hatch, Lilleberg. He'll rim it around to the near side. It's Edmondson. Shot it off the side of the cage. Robertson turns. Edmondson shattered his stick. Far corner, it's Robertson. Watched by Geekie. Knocked down by Geekie. Holmberg keeps it in. Bumped it up top. Robertson flings it down low. McAvoy there to get it. Riley tries to flush him out. Back into the far side, giving away. Robertson shoots. Out in front. Sent just wide on a rebound chance. That by Nyes. High slot Marner shoots. Blocked. Rebound. Swayman the save. Hack back of the net. Here's Marner. His pass out in front, scooped up by Lauko. And he'll pitch it up the middle, back into the Leaf zone.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to play this? No, it's an icing call. I mean, he tried to flip it, but it's on clean ice beginning of the period. That puck goes all the way down. But do you want to spend this period on your heels playing in your own zone? I mean, you know you're going to have a push from the Leafs, but you got to continue to make plays. There's a couple plays there to be made, and
17-16 left here in the third. 4-1 Bruins.
It's a tired group that's got to stay out there right now.
Tavares, Matthews, and Marner come out. If you're just joining us, William Nylander injured and unavailable here in game one. Off the faceoff, it's trapped in the linesman's skates. Grizzly left it along the near side. McAvoy trying to squeeze it by Matthews. The Bruins, Frederick reaches back, couldn't get it out. Benoit kept it in. Now Matthews near side, brushed it back to the net, cut off by Grizzly. This is after the icing. Puck sent, deflected up top. Here's Benoit, shoots, back of the net it goes. Rim to the far side. Here's Tavares, near hash to Benoit, shot it off the post. Now McCabe battling, tied up with Lauko. It squirts into the slot. McAvoy trying to settle it down, wings it up the far side. Marchand didn't want to play it as the Bruins were changing, and the puck sent back into the Leafs end.
More unnecessary time spent in your own zone when they can't get that puck out near the blue line.
Here comes Edmondson, a right wing feed. Liljegren over the red line, flings it in. Marchand tries to pull it free in the near corner. Camp down low. He got the Leafs going here in the third. Edmondson at the near point, shoveled it down low. Marchand battling along with Carlo. Lindholm trying to pull it free. Reeves up top. It's fired by Edmondson wide. Lindholm rims it far wall. Chopped at by DeBrusk. And now here's Coyle with it. He'll muscle it out to center ice. Chased by Dewar back into his own end. Leaves it along the near side.
Some composure there by Coyle.
Now Carlo fires it in. Back of the net. Samsonov had a problem.
It was going to be icing until Samsonov came out to play it.
That puck took a funny hop, too, as he was going back of the net. Domi in the near corner. Shortened up with Pete going at him. Far corner now, Bertuzzi. Right hash. Shoots just wide, going blocker side. And this puck will rim back into the Leafs end. Scooped up by Beecher, but he still had Boquist in zone. The Bruins retreat, and now will change. Up the left side now, here's Bertuzzi at the near point. Tried to thread it. Looking for Riley. It's rimmed around. Stopped by Domi at the far hash. Domi up top, Lyubushkin dusts it off, shot it back of the net. Swayman tried to grab it with his blocker. It's poked out in front, and it eludes Lyubushkin. He'll wheel back into his own zone. 5 minutes gone by here in the third. The Leafs getting on the board. It's 4-1 Bruins here in game one. Bruins with 1 in the first, 3 in the second. 2 by Jake DeBrusk. Beecher and Carlo the other markers. Now Lyubushkin back at his own line. He'll fire it along the near side. Yarncroke chopped it in. The Bruins deflected out. Here's Pasternak. Wheels over the line, far side. Robertson poked it off his stick.
Good back check by Robertson. They give him no space. They haven't given Pasternak any space at all in this game.
Robertson a little smaller than his brother who plays in Dallas. He's only 5'9". Bruins sky the puck back into the Leafs end. Chopped that by Heinen to the far corner. Geekie just ran far corner and pulverized Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson he had pressure initially from Heinen, and Geekie came in and buried him.
Now Grizzly shot it left to the net. Geekie with a tip. It goes wide. Far circle Lauko up top. Grizzly rink wide. McAvoy. Can this shift change some of the momentum? Lauko backhand. Samsonov the save on a spinner. Puck rimmed around to the near side. McAvoy darts in. He's got it. Back of the net, Geekie. He'll crank it around. Left point, it's Grizzly. Walks to the middle. He's got Frederick hanging high. Near circle, McAvoy across. Geekie fires, blocked. And it shattered the stick of Yarncroke. Here's Lauko. Skated into the McCabe check. Geekie comes to help out. Far corner, it's Lauko.
Bruins needed a shift like this.
We got a penalty here on the Leafs. That's what it triggers. High slot McAvoy swimming off the extra attacker. Right circle now DeBrusk. Bangs it back of the net. Here's Marchand. Flies in to get it far hash. Snapped it up top. High slot
group
McAvoy.
On the run right now. They're tired.
Far circle. It's Marchand. He'll peel back at the half wall. Far side. Saucered it to the middle. And the Leafs gain command. The Bruins going to the power play when we return. 13:04 left here in the third. Bruins 4 and the Leafs 1. On the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid or CR-V Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details.
My priorities don't just shift, they shift by the hour. That's why I need Aon. Their combination of advanced analytics and expertise helps keep me up to speed and ready for my next move. Better decisions. Aon.
Mitchell College is a place of radical possibilities. Uncover your unique power and study what is most important, you. From starting or finishing a degree to career upskilling, or learn how you learn best, our compassionate approach embraces every side of you. Mitchell's inclusive community offers personalized study with pre- and post-college support, so you can be the best, authentic you. Learn more at mitchell.edu. That's mitchell.edu.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bruins to the power play with just over 13 minutes remaining in the third period here of Game 1. Jake McCabe, the guilty party, off 2 for interference. And the Bruins already 2 for 4 in the man advantage. Jake DeBrusk has both of those goals. He only has 1 career hat trick. That came back on February 28, 2022 in Los Angeles.
A tough call on McCabe. He's just in a really good battle with Lauko down low. And he had a long conversation with the referees over by the penalty box, wondering, what's the penalty?
Here's
They're going to call for interference because Lauko was reaching for the puck but didn't have it. But it was a pretty good battle by those two.
Here's Coyle. Wheels laterally to over the line far side. Easy entry. Far corner. Coyle ripped it up top, and no way for Marchand to handle that one. Down it goes.
Unless he had a lacrosse stick.
McAvoy, who's got 2 assists tonight, will carry it ahead. Center circle. At the red line, he'll feed it for the late coming DeBrusk. Over the line right side. Poked off his stick back of the net. Goes to race for it. Leafs can't clear it. Far corner, Edmondson backhands it. And it's sent out to the neutral zone. Here's Holmberg over the line one-on-one with McAvoy. Gets a little help from Marchand, and McAvoy just crunched him into the corner. Bruins working the other way. McAvoy slows him up. Bruins bring it in, 4-on-3, far circle. It's Maroon, sent it toward the front of the net, looking for Marchand. He was wide open.
Well, they got the 2-on-1 they wanted.
And now Riley over the line, far side.
Offsides.
And this puck is lofted in, gloved by Swayman. Bruins in the man advantage, another 47 seconds, leading 4-1 with 11:45 left here in the third of game one. Here's Zacha, center circle, drops, and Pasternak speeds his way in, goes wide, tries to get around Benoit, slapped it with a backhand to the near side. Heinen tried to dish it to the circle, it never got to Zacha, rimmed around by Maroon. Now Pasternak. Far circle to Zacha, left dot, shoots, blockered aside by Samsonov. He had to deal with Maroon out in front. Dewar had it poked off his stick. It squirted to Benoit. He'll skate it out to center ice. At the red line, he'll snap it in. Gloved by Swayman. 11:10 left here in the third. 4-1 Bruins. Power play for another 4 seconds. Here's Lindholm. Snapped it in. Around it comes. Boquist speeds in. He and Beecher combined for the game's first goal. Now Kempf, he scoops it up, and McCabe out of the box has it at center ice. He'll whisk it in. Around to the near side it comes. Kempf near wall, paddled to the near corner, rimmed around by Matthews. To Domi, protects, bumped it up top. Forced down low by the Leafs. Now Matthews trying to pull it free. Rim to the right point, Lyubushkin. Rink wide, Riley. Fires it off the far wall. Beecher gets to it. The Bruins' third attempt get it out to center ice. Beecher with a step into the far circle. Corrals the puck. He'll pull up, his team changing.
Yeah, that puck rolling all over the place on him. He didn't have a good angle. Could have taken the shot had he wanted to.
And the Leafs will grab it back in their own end. We're halfway through the third. The Leafs with the only goal this period. The Bruins on top 4-1. And Swayman will cover the puck with Bertuzzi out front. He will not play it. And the Bruins will not be allowed to change.
Fans, Catches Law, the official law firm of the Boston Bruins, has won over $2 billion for their clients. When you're injured and can't work, turn to Catches Law. There's no fee unless you win. Go to catcheslaw.com to schedule your free consultation today.
So the Bruins thwarted on the power play, but was that shift by the Geekie line and the power play chance enough to dent the push by the Maple Leafs here in the third?
Got their feet moving. They got in the offensive zone. They make the Leafs defend, and you sit back and not make plays. It sounds easy, right? But it's something that can snowball on you. And you can just sense that momentum start to turn.
Bruins burst through, can't get the puck out. It's slammed to the far side in the Bruins zone. Marchand trying to take it deeper. He'll brush it around, but it doesn't connect with Grzelcyk. And the Bruins pull it free. Coyle drove it ahead, couldn't get it out to center ice. Second attempt, punched it out to the neutral zone. Gloved ahead by Edmondson. The Bruins get to it. DeBrusk chipped it into the right corner. Samsonov dealt it to the far corner. Liljegren took a check from DeBrusk, and it's pounded back into the Bruins zone. Grabbed by McAvoy. He'll wheel back of the net. Backhands it around. Marchand, his dish to the middle. Intercepted by Tavares. Out at center ice, Benoit. Spun around by McAvoy. McAvoy's got it. Over the red line, he'll flip it just barely inside the Leafs end. And then Frederick went for a hit on McCabe. Over the line, left side, Robertson. Stutter step near hash. Up top he comes. High slot, it's fired. And Swayman got a good look at that Holmberg offering. And he stops it. We'll take a timeout. 9:13 left here in the third. Bruins 4, Leafs 1 here in game one. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid or CR-V Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details.
The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, Onabotulinum Toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Brad Marchand and Charlie McAvoy with the assist on the Bruins' last goal, which was scored by Jake DeBrusk. For those feeds, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Face out in the near circle of Bruins end. Coyle kicked out of there. DeBrusk will take the draw now against Tavares. Jake with 2 goals, both in the power play, 1 assist here tonight. Puck is hooked up to Riley. It goes between his legs. He'll feed it to the near wall. The Bruins pick it off. And now the Bruins will exit. They chip it to the right circle in the Leafs end. It bounces to Coyle, back of the net. Trying to escape Liljegren. Far corner, it's Coyle. Knocked down by Liljegren. The Bruins rim it over to the near side, but McAvoy had drifted to the middle, so it comes back into the Bruins zone. McAvoy guides it up the right side to DeBrusk. A touch pass up the line to Marchand. Gets around Riley. Right corner, Marchand digging away. Back of the net, DeBrusk crashes in. This puck just gets out.
Zacha had that red and picked off. It hopped over his stick.
Now here's Marner up right wing. Looks back, feeds back for Liljegren. 8:23 left here in the third. Bruins with a 4-1 lead. Here's Riley, left wing feed Dewar. He'll swing it to the near corner. Swayman slows it. Peak backhands it to the far side. This won't get out. McCabe keeps it in. Driven back of the Bruins net. Now Kampf, who has the Leafs' only goal, and it came this period. Fed it to the near corner. The Bruins trying to cut it off, keep it on the perimeter. Benoit had it slapped aside by Heinen. Pasternak racing for it, angling for him. McCabe. Pasternak steps into McCabe. Back of the net. Here's Heinen. Heinen, right corner. Avoids David Pasternak, who's swinging behind the net. And the Leafs with a puck. 7:40 left here in the third. 4-1 Bruins. Puck drilled by McCabe deep into the Bruins zone. Icing is called.
Fans, Bruins Hockey is brought to you by Removal Pro of New England. If your home or office needs an oil tank removed or installed, call the experts at Removal Pro at 740-TANK-PRO. If it's big and heavy and it's got to go, call Removal Pro at 740-TANK-PRO. Online at oilremovalpro.com.
By the way, Brad Marchand with 2 assists tonight give him 130 Stanley Cup playoff points. He's now second all by himself in Bruins history in playoff scoring. The only guy with more, Raymond Bourque with 161. Face-off far circle in the Leafs end. Off the draw, the Leafs have it. Benoit goes behind his net up the near side. Skates up left wing in the neutral zone. He'll bang it to the left corner of the Bruins end. Grizzly absorbed the hit from Yarmkrok. McAvoy comes in. He gave a pop to Robertson. And the Bruins throw it up the far side back into the Leafs end. Here's Holmberg. Up right wing at the red line. Shakes to the middle. Stumbled. Brought it in. Fired. Got blocked.
McAvoy went for a big hit there.
Near corner, the Bruins dish it ahead.
That's one of the first times, or one of the few times this game that Toronto's actually had some space through the neutral zone coming up there and got into the offensive end, but they just haven't had a whole lot of that.
Bruins deflect the puck down low. The Leafs grab it in the right corner of their own zone. Edmondson got popped by his former teammate Maroon.
Fans are starting to sense when Maroon's coming.
How can you not?
Started in the first period.
Right circle, it's Domi. Sent it out in front. That got denied. Back of the net now. Here's Domi along the near side. Flipped it up top. Riley shoots. Swayman the save. That got deflected coming in by Bertuzzi. And the Bruins put a barricade in front of Swayman.
Little mix-up defensively there that's going to allow that shot to get through from the point. The Bruins trying to direct traffic. and make sure that they front that point shot, but get a little confusion. Unfortunately for Swayman, had that puck hit his pad. There was a shot from Riley coming in, but nobody was able to front it. It was tipped by Bertuzzi, who was tied up in front.
Bertuzzi last year tied for first on the Bruins in the playoffs in both goals and points.
Oh, he's built for the playoffs.
Puck in the near circle, won by the Bruins. Batted up the near side. Paddled ahead by Coyle. Second attempt, got it out to the neutral zone.
It wasn't the offense that let him down last year, Jed.
No. Near side, it's Marchand right of the net. Wanted on cork, a shot he fanned. Center circle, it's Bertuzzi. Flips it to the far side in the Bruins zone. Bruins don't get the puck out. Here's Matthews. Right circle to Bertuzzi. Kicks, centers, and Domi couldn't get a stick on it. Now Matthews protects. Up top to Riley. Rink wide Lyubushkin. Bangs it back of the net. He was looking for Matthews. The Leafs like the quick hitters to the middle, and the Bruins paddle it up left wing and back into the Toronto end.
For the most part, they've protected that area. They're going to give up the points. The point shots or the point. The guys at the blue line, they're going to really converge down low. That's something that Jim Montgomery talked to us about here earlier today.
McAvoy near corner of his zone. 5.5 minutes remaining here in regulation of Game 1. 4-1 Bruins.
Who are the guys that can hurt you, and where do they hurt you from?
McCabe, sandwiched by Bruins, has a problem, and Pasternak lugs it out to the neutral zone, backhands it in. It's speared back into the Bruins zone. To Peak near side. Plays it off the glass. Knocked down by Mitch Marner with a high stick, and we'll take a timeout with 5:11 left here in the third. Bruins 4 and the Leafs 1 here in Game 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile Honda CR-V or Accord. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Accord and a 2.9% APR on a 2024 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image words from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Zip the entry to Smart. No look, bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They are Brogdon across half court. And fans headed for the exits. Tatum, pull up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? They still got 29 in the race. Tatum to the right. Pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated. Right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline. Turns. Fade. No! Got it!
This is the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Set a reminder for Monday, April 22nd at 10 a.m. because Bruins Authentics is releasing the Game Used Centennial 3rd jersey, Set 2, that were worn during original six matchups from October 28th to January 20th. Own the sweaters that have captured iconic moments throughout the Bruins Centennial season. To learn more, visit BruinsAuthentics.com. Face-offs in the near dot. Just beyond the Bruins line. The Bruins up 3 with 5 minutes left here in Game 1. Puck paddled up right wing and back into the Leafs end. Do we have to keep our eye on Ilya Samsonov? I remember last year in that first round against the Tampa Bay Lightning that the Leafs on a number of occasions had to pull for the extra attacker and got some things done against Tampa.
Oh, I would fully expect him to be coming out maybe at the 4-minute mark, right?
And the
surprised if he didn't.
Off the glass and off the surface. We've got to stop.
It's hockey season. Is Peerless Boiler season. Replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless Boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Find your local dealer at peerlessboilers.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
I think they're converging to see if this puck went cleanly over the glass. That is not a reviewable play currently in the NHL.
Not yet.
Bruins are going short. Puck over the glass. So the Leafs will head on the man advantage. Difficult to tell as that puck was wobbling up the right. Whether or not it hit anything, nevertheless, the Leafs go into the power play. The Leafs power play 0 for 2 thus far. The Bruins 2 for 5. Tavares will dig in for the draw. Against Coyle, the Bruins killed a crucial 4-on-3 to start the second period. Riley banks it along the near side. It's returned to him by Marner. He'll skate to the middle. Backhand to the far side. Matthews sent it to the middle, and it chopped all the way down by Marchand. Samsonov leaves it for Riley. Watched by Marchand. It's slapped off his stick. Marchand pulls it free. He'll walk back in. Marchand far side. He'll just fling it deep, head off to change. Bruins have killed off the first 30 seconds of this power play. 4:15 remaining in regulation. Marner chipped to the middle. Grabbed by Matthews over the line. Passed along the near side. Tavares broken up, and the Bruins clear.
Boy, they converged on him quickly. Zaka, McAvoy.
1:10 remaining on the Carlo penalty. So again, a key penalty killer in the box for the Bruins. Here's Matthews. Works his way to the center circle. Leaves for Marner over the line left side to Tavares. Bumped it back up top. Swats it over to the far wall.
Not an easy play.
And the Bruins cleared out to center ice. Bruins change quickly. Riley over the line. Drops for Tavares. Skates to the near circle. Tavares near corner. Wanted to rim it. Bruins tie him up. It's bounced to the left point. Riley plays it to the near hash. Tavares stopped it with a skate. Looking back door. Centered. And now Samsonov was going to head off. Now he will. Fired out in front. The Bruins with a block. Sent over to the far side. Held in at the right point. Getting in the lane was Petrie. Dives to get it out.
Well, Peak had the first block. An attempted clear, and then Beecher with a good effort.
Empty net to our right. Bruins short another 13 seconds, so it's a 6-on-4. Matthews.
Oh, what a pickup.
Banks it back of the net. Right point. Now walking to the middle is McCabe. Near circle, Liljegren. Liljegren near side. Bruins back to full strength. Sent toward the front of the net. Swayman the save. The rebound. Pounded aside. Here's Carlo. He'll drive it up the far side. It's Marchand racing forward to the far corner. Marchand gets to the puck first. No icing. Far corner, it's McCabe. 2:33 remaining in regulation. 4-1 Bruins here in game one. Robertson scampers center circle. Ran into his own guy. Shoveled it deep. McAvoy back of the net. He'll pound it to the far corner. Bruins skid the puck up the far
reverse.
side out to
nice
center ice.
Nice decision by McAvoy. Doesn't have anything up the strong side. Reversed it.
It's nearly given away. Pasternak trying to kick it free. Frederick shoots. He scores! His first career playoff point. An empty netter. 5-1 Bruins.
Well, McAvoy makes the great play behind the net, right? And after that puck is dumped in, great decision where to go with it. And eventually the Bruins clear this puck. Good pressure there by Pasternak up the ice. It's going to help create this. I mean, Leafs don't get it in. Pasternak provides the pressure, creates the turnover. Should get a helper on it, and Trent Frederick makes no mistake.
2:08 remaining in regulation. Elias Samsonov back in net. Frederick back on the ice along with Boquist and Beecher. So not Geeky. Back of the Bruins net, Shattenkirk played it up the right side. Frederick trying to muscle it out. Cannot. Tied up by Benoit. Reeves on the ice. 1:45 remaining here in regulation. Puck is trapped at the near point. Kampf. High slot. To the near side. Dewar. Hooked up with Frederick.
He's holding his stick.
Swayman the Save.
Frederick is saying, I'm not hooking him.
Beecher up the left side. He'll breeze by Ryan Reeves and fired it to the far corner. 1:25 remaining in regulation. Scooped up by Kampf. Up the middle. He'll twirl back into his own zone. Now Dewar. Hounded by Geekie. Sent it in front of his net with 1:10. Now Liljegren, center circle. His pass hit a skate.
That's too many men, wasn't it?
I thought it was.
1
minute to go here in game one.
Doesn't matter, but it was.
Bruins rim it. Liljegren keeps it in. Shot it off the side of the cage. Bruins guided ahead up right wing. Maroon gloves it out to center ice. 45 seconds remaining in regulation. Far corner, it's Grzelcyk. He'll turn. Dished it ahead to Boquist. Reaches the red line, tied up with Holmberg. Geekie will swing it back to his own line. Shattenkirk at the red line. Rims it in. Samsonov sets it up for Benoit with 25. Up the middle now, Tavares. Center circle. Angling left. Fired it over the crossbar. Shattenkirk back to get it. Dished it to Beecher. Chopped at by Domi. Domi at the high slot. Shoots, blocked. Domi shoots. The save made by Swayman. The Bruins crank it all the way down. And we're going to have an icing call, and the faceoff will come down to our left. Everybody on their feet here at the Garden. Faceoff in the near circle of Bruins end with 4.1 seconds remaining. The two teams have traded goals this period.
Sheldon Keefe just made a line change with 4 seconds to go.
Benoit shoots. Blocked by Lauko. He gave himself up. And this puck skids out to center ice. Bruins take game one. Jeremy Swayman was exceptional. Jake DeBrusk, 2 goals on the power play and chipped in an assist. Your final. Bruins 5 and the Leafs 1.
Toronto trying to take the puck. Geekie went over to pick it up. Dewar pushed it away. Geekie gave him a shot. Edmondson tried to pick it up, take it off the ice. Linesman went and grabbed it. It's minor stuff. It's little stuff. It's petty, but it's important. Teams want to take that puck. 16 pucks, right? 16 wins.
Bruins get the first one out of the way. They take game one. Beersy and I will bring you back for the postgame show in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins.